Charlie, like, I'm not trying to bring that in nobody's life, and then they be like, yo, he's stressing me out. Is that there? Or some days I wake up and just don't feel like talking. I don't know why. I just don't feel like talking. I just feel like motherfucking going downstairs or going to the gym, you know, maybe running a mile or hooping a little bit. Then maybe I feel like talking. And I feel like, yo, once I started learning these things about myself, I'm like, man, relationships, bro. Like, I be seeing like happy married people, and I be like, damn, dog, like, I don't know, man. It's hard for me even to spend a weekend with a girl, like, and that's not on like I'm trying to be a pimp and this, that, and the third and all that. Like, it's me. It's like, damn, dog, why I just get cold like that? Like, why do I want to be alone right now? Like, that's fucked up. Like, it's not even her fault. You know what I'm saying? That shit scares me. I be like, bro, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, and it's just me though, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it even triggers out in the
other person's doing.
Yeah, and that shit is bad. But it's just like, man, that's just how God made me, man. Like, I work on it, but that's just how God made me. You feel me? Like,
Who is that?
That's Wale. You know Wale got issues. Wale has always had some kind of emotional. Oh, excuse me. How y'all doing? My name is Tahoe, and I'm here talking to the illustrious, sexy. What the fuck?
Oh, you ain't gonna call me a hoe?
Huh? Oh no!
I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hi, y'all. My name is Weezy. I am from the Whoreible Decisions show.
How she got me blushing on my own show?
Because, I mean, you know what? Let me not be petty. Anyway, hi, guys. Some of y'all might be a little too woke for me. I don't know if y'all like the whole shit we be talking about.
I feel like you the woke one.
On my show, maybe, but like, I don't know. People on your show, like the last time you had my other host here, they was all like, she fucking married motherfuckers. They was all mad.
I mean, there was a little bit of.
I mean, we talk about hoe shit. You know I don't know how sensitive they is. You had to leave Quelly on there. That nigga woke as fuck.
What we doing today is staying away from any of our past guests, including your co-host. So for anybody that's coming that's looking for drama and all that shit, we ain't here for that. We here to have some fun.
We're absolutely not. Right? If you don't want to hear about semen and pegging, you might want to skip to his next podcast.
I mean, I'm not really here for pegging, but I mean,
oh well, you fucking brought the shit for me today.
Jesus. Wale is talking about kind of just thinking that he might probably just be single forever because of the way he is in relationships, and I kind of can understand where he's coming from. I don't know if I'm ever going to want to be in a relationship again. I don't know.
Do you know what asexuality is?
That means a fish that can have babies by themselves.
So people can be asexual, and what that means is you can enjoy romanticism in relationships and dating and stuff like that, but like when it comes to sex, it's just not for you. And he sounds like he's the opposite of that. Like, I just really don't want to connect with someone, but like fucking is cool.
It's like
some people just need to get their rocks off, but they just really aren't into people. Like being around people, it gets them too, like, I don't know. I've met men like that too. And I don't think it's me.
I feel like it's something that happens to you probably in your relationship with your mom, or growing up, not being able to connect with women, or not being able to connect with anybody emotionally, and you kind of shut that off. You shut that path off to trust and communication to
or heartbroken. Really, it doesn't have to be your mom.
Your mom, you and your relationship with your mom really define how you deal with women as a man. Like, it really, I don't know, that's the first person that you learn to love. And if you kind of don't have that super bond there, you kind of don't yearn for it from nobody else.
I don't know. I've had men in my life that have treated me very well that just had a lot of sisters, you know, and we're used to being around women and respecting women and see the things they go through. Not necessarily mothers. I don't know. I think it could just be women in your life from a young age, period. I think maybe I heard you talk about that too. Actually, in the episode with XD, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't know where that comes from. For me, it sounds like fucking heartbreak when men get shut off like that.
I think it's even dealing with heartbreak. I think it's definitely a dependency that you learn. Like, even if you say you're dealing with your sisters, right? That's from young. that's something that you just learn how to innately love somebody to the core and need them even when you're mad at them. Like it never goes but so far to the point where you cut it out forever because you have a sister. You know, even if you're mad at her, you still love her.
I have a very serious codependency on people too when I'm in a relationship that starts to scare me. Like I went through a breakup earlier this year, met someone new who's great, and I find myself having an amazing time with him and wanting him to leave because I am worried that it'll feel too good for me. And what if it lasts too long and I can't enjoy the moment? I mean, it's hard. Like I cannot enjoy myself and relax without being worried about being hurt. So sometimes I'll just make excuses to go when everything is perfectly fine.
I do the same. I actually have been talking to a young lady and I always say it out loud. Like, this is why I think I want to be single forever. It's almost like I'm checking her, even though we're having a great time or whatever.
People would kill to feel like romance or like that beginning stage. Like people love that and miss that. Think about like, I don't know if you get questions like I do on my show, but like people are dying for that shit. And it makes me feel so selfish that I'm just worried about getting hurt and I just can't enjoy the moment with someone else. Like I really feel bad about that.
That they're fucking with you and you're still on the outside of what are y'all doing?
I'm just like forcing myself to check out of it. To me, I think that's really unfair.
What do you think it is, though? Seriously, like deep down in it, are you still? How long between your last relationship and this one? How long passed?
Honestly, like 4 months, 3 months, not long.
Do you think that it could be the fact that you still have a piece of you that wasn't over the last thing, and you carried that into the next thing?
I will say, it's not that I'm not over him, but I'm like not over feeling hurt.
Right.
So I don't want him anymore. Don't feel jealousy.
Totally understand.
That feels good, and I could say that honestly. At first, I did. Now I don't. I think about the new dude, but I'm not gonna front. Like I get terrified of getting hurt. Like it felt just this good with my last nigga. How am I supposed to know you're not a piece of shit too? Right. That shit terrifies me. Right. Like I sometimes almost want something to be wrong, so in my head I could be proven right.
It's funny that that's the feeling. I was watching a video on the internet, and there was a father who put his daughter on the kitchen counter and turned her around and said, "Fall into my arms." Right. Just fall. And so she's like, literally, if he moves or he drops her, she's going to hit the floor. Right. The little girl scared to death. Finally, she gives away to I trust my father, and she falls into his arms and he catches her. That's something that you actually do in relationships. You give yourself to this person. You give all of your trust to this person, and eventually they drop you. Eventually.
You're right.
They drop you.
Someone
and
told
so
me
you're
once,
scared to do it again.
It's almost like every relationship you have is so nerve-wracking because you either break up or get married. Mm-hmm. And I told the guy that I'm seeing that, and he says, you know what? I think that's a really fucked up way of looking at things. He's like, because not every breakup has to be awful. You could just end up falling out of love or not being compatible, but that doesn't mean what you have can't be great. It doesn't mean you can't appreciate it. And the older I get, the more I learn that I'm friends with my exes, that I don't want to lose them, because it's just romantically we didn't work, but shit, I was laid up with you all the time. We had amazing memories together. Like, why do we have to cut people out of our lives? And so now I'm just like really trying to do that. I'm really just trying to enjoy this moment. And if it doesn't work out, I just want to have a little less dependency so that I'm okay after. Because that's all I'm worried about. I'm worried about not being okay after. Yeah. That shit scares the fuck out of me. Yeah. The fact that all these things are going good in my life, and if that nigga called me right now and say, I can't do this anymore, I don't know what I would feel like. I'd fucking call my therapist. Talkspace. Code decisions. If y'all need that shit. I'd be right up on there typing them up. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna kill myself. All right.
People keep telling me to go to Talkspace. I feel like I need to face-to-face with somebody. Have you face-to-face with somebody and you're good?
I've done both. I only like teletherapy now. Which is on the phone.
Why?
Which you could do with Talkspace. So in person, I find that I get anxiety of how I start looking, and sometimes I cry very easy when thinking about memories. And I don't like people to look at me being weak, even though I completely feel like I'm in a no judgment space for myself. I don't like it. My own ego can't handle crying in front of someone. On the phone, the tears come out and they can't hear it. Because he could be telling me something. My therapist might be telling me something or analyzing what I'm saying, and it'll make me cry. It might not even be me talking. So I just don't want him to see it. Like, he used to want to Skype. I'm like, nah, turn it off. Do the phone call now.
I feel like I don't want to talk to nobody on the phone. People give me advice on the phone. I be wanting to get off way before the conversation's over.
Sometimes I smoke weed. I turn my lights off. I put my AirPods in, and I talk to my therapist. Like, that's how I set the scene. Like lay down. I make it a whole thing. I be telling him I be getting high too.
Let me ask you a question. Going back away from therapy. Is your relationship, the relationships you carry, are they open relationships? Are they monogamous? Are they polyamorous? Like, what is the matter of fact? What are the two differences? You know the two differences,
right?
There's
so
monogamous. There's
monogamy means you don't. I could tell you a few. You want to hear that?
Go ahead. I'm here for it.
So monogamy is you don't go outside of your relationship. You just only sleep with each other. You got monogamish, which means you quote unquote cheat together, which means you could have threesomes together, but that's it. You could be non-monogamous, which means that you date outside of your relationship. You have separate relationships, right? Like you go on a date, she goes on a date, you see other people. Or you could be polyamorous, where you share.
Wait. Let's stop there. Monogamish.
Monogamish. So that is, there's a podcast. He's not a podcaster. I think he's an activist. His name is Dan Savage, gay dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's married, and he calls it monogamish because they fuck dudes together, other dudes together, him and his partner. But they don't fuck them separate. They only have threesomes.
Okay.
So if they have sex with other people, they're together. They're in
Okay.
the room. They're only together, which a lot of people are generally comfortable with. I'll have a threesome, but don't fuck somebody else.
Right,
That's
right.
monogamish.
Okay. And
right?
then the one after that is
non-monogamous.
non-monogamous.
This isn't in order, by the way. This is just what I
But
know.
whatever. Let's just do it like this. Non-monogamous, and that's
Non-monogamous.
fine. Because I can't even say woman and woman.
Non-monogamous.
Right,
So
I can't do all
monogamous means, I'm assuming people know, but monogamous means that you're not
Just y'all
faithful,
two.
right?
Right.
Just I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, non-monogamous means that you have your committed relationship, but you date people outside of it, but they're not your primary partner. If you're polyamorous, that means that generally you share all of your partners. That's generally how it's supposed to go. So let's say you and I are together, and you have a girlfriend. You
She's
might
your
see her.
girlfriend too.
She's my girlfriend too, but not exclusively. She could be your girlfriend. We could date her together. It's like a whole thing. And then if she has a boyfriend, we might see him too, or everyone's kind of connected. So honestly, it's some white people shit for me. I'm not really into polyamory.
That sounds fun.
It's very like hippie. I can't do it. I just can't.
It's too much sharing.
Dude, like I don't need to. It's funny because I fuck a lot of white boys and I can't do that shit. Like, oh yeah.
You too? Oh, bring them over.
Yeah, no, dude. Like Michelle is so down, and her boyfriend Jason. Like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
Like you
I'm
fuck the
type
bitch, or we fuck the bitch.
Yeah.
That's it. So the person I dated before was non-monogamous, but we were long distance, so I didn't really care. I kind of enjoyed he would sleep with other women. I'd go through my jealousy and stuff sometimes, but the person I'm dating now is amazing. Has never been in a non-monogamous relationship, but we're talking about it. He's got some hang-ups because his ex was like a little controlling, I think. And he tells me he realizes he's projecting a lot on me because he's like, I'm so used to her not even want me to look at women. But we actually just went to a sex party together on Friday called NSFW. And it was great.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, we just interviewed the dude from there. It's like everywhere right now. It's like supposed to be some exclusive sex club. So we went, and him and I talked a lot before about things we weren't comfortable with, things like that. And it was really, really good. And like he was saying, that the main thing for both of us, he's like, if I want to leave and if you want to leave, I want to make sure we're both on the same page.
Right.
Like, let's get out of there. And I was like, okay. So we started talking more about the things we'd be comfortable with. I would like an open relationship, aka non-monogamous, relationship later at some point. But right now, I think him and I are getting to know each other, so it's not really necessary.
So y'all are just dating. Still.
Yeah.
Y'all still in dating stage.
Because the thing is, like, how can I start seeing a new dude when I've only known him for a few months? You know what I mean? Like, that's still so fresh and new. Like, I got to wait till there's some commitment or something a little stable there to then start dating other people, I think.
He's the only person you're dating?
Yeah. I mean, I see him 3-4 times a week. I ain't got no time for nobody else.
Okay.
You know?
Now, non-monogamous. That sounds like somebody that you're in love with somebody. That's who you mess with. But you still have a taste for other things from time to time.
So, like,
that aren't your girl or aren't your boyfriend.
Right. I don't know. I think everybody could have different rules to their non-monogamy. But for me, this is what my ideal thing would be. Actually, I think you and I both interviewed Tayomi, Amazon Tayomi. I think they would be considered non-monogamous. Non-monogamous / open relationship. I love everybody to say. Bro, she was one of the weirdest people I interviewed.
It was a difficult conversation.
And she was so fucking dope to me. Like, as far as like her social media personality, like I really liked her. Like her riding videos and the shit she talked about. But I was very fucked up about interviewing her because I did not like how she talked about she don't need to ask him questions. Are you fucking kidding me? We're not about to live together, be married, share our home, and I can't ask you questions. Like the vulnerability that is bullshit. I'm not going to sit here on my fucking show about sex and relationships and have people listen to you say you don't have to ask your partner anything. Bitch, yes the fuck you do. And a lot of people write me and say things like, oh, I'm just starting an open relationship and now we're non-monogamous and what am I allowed to ask? Whatever the fuck you want to. If you're in a committed relationship and you feel like you need to know details about the sex that he had that night, if that's the rules that you have and that's what makes you comfortable, then that's what you do. You know, actually, the guy that I'm dating, me and him talked about what if we started dating other people? How much would we want to know? I was like, for me, I would want to know the days you go out with them so I could like kind of have that space and, you know, I just want to know that. I was like, I don't want to know details of like, did you have a kiss or not? I was like, maybe the day that you have sex, maybe I'd want to know that. I was like, but I don't need play-by-plays. To me, that's too much and it could get hurtful. Yeah. But some people want to know every single thing. It's up to you. And whatever works for you, that's your shit. But the way that she was like, it's not my business to know what he does, bitch, please.
I kind of felt like she was living in his world.
Absolutely.
I felt like, I didn't feel like those were her words. You know, who am I to say, you know, she has every right to live the way she want to live and all that. But I was just looking at her like, you just said that you're not special to him. Like you recognize that you're.
That shit broke my heart.
That hurt me.
Now I interviewed her alone, so I did think those were her words. And when you interviewed them together and I listened, I was like, dude, like.
Well, we had a whole argument downstairs after they left.
Why?
Him and I were challenging each other on words, and I was challenging his whole mindset. It wasn't a bad argument. It didn't end bad at all, but it was a very strong. Not combative.
Yo, no disrespect, but I turned that show off.
I was just like,
I got very frustrated listening to it because I felt like you're put in this situation where you got to be respectful to two. I interview with another co-host, and generally, you know, me and Mandy disagree a lot, and it kind of balances for the guest. Either I'm with the guest or she's not, or whatever. With that, I feel like you're 2 against 1. What are you really going to tell these people? How are you going to convince them that they sound retarded? You know, you can't. You really just got to sit there and listen to this dumb shit.
It was hard for me to listen to it just because I don't know too many women that don't want to feel special in some capacity. And then if you don't, that's gonna turn me off. Like I need you to have that type of love for yourself.
Did you know that they'd only been together for 9 months?
Yes, and so that was also something I know a lot about them. So when I heard the entire story and everything, I kind of questioned a lot. You know, I didn't want to bring those questions to them because they're in their honeymoon stages of life. And if that's how y'all feeling right now, do your thing. Plus,
you know why they fucked me up so much? I wanted there to be a black non-monogamous couple that everybody was like, okay, that shit does work. And it didn't happen yet.
Well, that one, I think.
But that was the first, I think, black open relationship woman who is doing that. I think that was the first one. I can't think of another one. I talked to some girls that were like, yeah, I'm dating so-and-so or maybe escorts, but I've never talked to someone married that was black in an open relationship. And she sounded stupid and that fucked me up. I'm like, damn, now I got us out here looking dumb. Here I'm going to bring on Sarah. Who's like, yeah, I make it work all the time. We've been together 12 years. I don't want that. Yeah. You know,
I feel women would be more open to a non-monogamous relationship than a man. Because the young lady that I'm talking to said to me once, she said, you just want to be in a relationship where you could do whatever you want, and she can't. And I know how. What is that? I know how. What's the word when you're so much man? When you're man.
When you're letting your like appeasing somebody. What are you saying?
It's just fucked up the way she made it seem, but it's true. As a man, I wouldn't want my woman to be out fucking other dudes.
So here's the thing about that. I think the reason you said women would accept it more, it's not that they don't accept it more. Here's the truth. Women are tired of being single and they meet someone that's good and that's decent. And we've been used to being cheated on. So we figure if we let this non-monogamous thing happen, it's almost a new way of age of saying I'm the main chick. It really is. Mm-hmm. But non-monogamy has to be equal on both ends. Now, the terms of that, whether it be like your man's not comfortable with other men, but you can date a girl, if that's what you guys do, that's what you guys do. But a lot of women are just letting their dudes fuck whoever and just deal with it because it's out on the table. And I think that's really unfair. Like, I think if you're going to have it and be open all the way, be open on both sides. Let opportunities arise on both sides. And a lot of men cannot handle that. The dude I'm dating now is super fucking woke. Like, I mean, when I told him about
super woke,
bro, I love it. He knows any fucking term, all my new kinks of the weeks. He knows them all. He's totally up on ethical non-monogamy, all that shit. And he has even said to me, I don't know if I can handle that, but I'm open to talking about it. Mm-hmm. When we went to the sex party and I talked about couple swapping, he's like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I don't know how, maybe if they're next to us, like, I don't know if I could just watch another dude fuck you. I don't know if I can handle that. And I think that it's this innate thing, and it back again to masculinity, whether it be toxic or not, men feel like they cannot watch their woman with another man.
Why do you think that we should?
I'm not saying that you should.
Well, why do you think that goes into toxic masculinity? I feel like that's just...
I think that toxic masculinity, the problem with toxic masculinity, the reason we use that word...
Why do you relate that to it? Go ahead.
Because if you want something open and you're saying you want something open...
He's not.
No.
You're saying it.
I'm saying people, men.
Okay.
General thing. If you're saying you want something open, but you don't know if you can handle your girl fucking another man, but you want this open relationship, but you got terms with it and blah, blah, blah. It's a toxic masculinity thing because you're taught that. You're taught that masculinity is being the only man and being macho, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I wasn't on this episode. Did you ever hear the one with Mandy and King Noir?
I believe that was... No, I didn't hear it, but it was around the time.
Well, the dude said something like... Oh, okay. No. This was a while ago. But the dude said... And he's black, super dope.
He's a porn star or something, right?
Yeah, he's a dom.
That was before me,
and
I believe.
He says, yes.
That was
he was right before we had you on. Mm-hmm. And he said something that I really liked. He was like, I guess he was saying he's very confident in how much his girl loves him and how much she cares about him. He's like, but I'm not into everything and I can't offer her everything she wants. He's like, for example, I don't fuck with Pretty Ricky. If she want to go to a Pretty Ricky concert and that nigga gonna take her, okay. What am I gonna say? Like, there's other things that men can give you that I can't. There's things they may do with you that I won't.
That's a really poor excuse.
It's not a poor excuse, though. There are
sacrifices
there's
that you make.
facets of all kinds of people that you can't get. For example, the dude I'm dating is a creative, right? Mm-hmm. He's an artist, and he loves going to museums and doing a bunch of shit. And every time he meets another creative, there's this piece of me that feels a little left out. I could see him meeting another girl that does some design shit and getting into something with her.
No.
Just like if I started dating a black man... And I started doing shit with him or going to places with him that this dude might not fuck with, or not that he wouldn't fuck with, but I'm going to connect more. If I started dating you, there's things I would do with you that he just won't get. He could go with me there, but we're going to connect on a different level. There are pieces.
Yeah, but you find friends for that. Or
but
you don't rent out your girl to another dude that's willing to please her the way that you won't please her.
We're not talking about sexually.
No, because if at the end of the day, if my girl want to go see Pretty Ricky and she want me to take her, I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna sacrifice. You know how many shit dudes do for women that you don't want to do?
This is in terms of someone who wants an open relationship, right? Like, I understand why they do it though.
All right. Well, but in certain points where you just say, "Oh, there are things that I can't do,"
but there's not that you can't do, but like there's things that like other people can fulfill you with, and that's why we have open relationships.
Meh.
Really?
It's just meh.
Honestly,
it's just like, yo, if it's about sex, if it's about just needing variety, that's one thing.
Okay, to me, that's what it is. It is variety.
Right, but then don't just say it's because I know that there are things that she's gonna want to do that I'm just not gonna do, so she could fuck with some other nigga.
I don't think that's a poor excuse. I think it
sounds
makes
like
sense.
toxic masculinity in
I
itself.
think you could. How is that toxic masculinity?
It just sounds it because that's like saying, yo, you know what? I'm gonna be over here, I'm macho. I ain't gotta succumb to what she wanna do. I'm gonna do me. If she wanna go do her, she gonna go do her.
No, but he's just saying that you can enjoy other moments in your life with somebody else, and that doesn't jeopardize what we have.
I understand that, but that's when I say that's more of a choice of variety, and you just saying, like, it's kind of what he's saying, like, yo, there's other things that I might not be able to fulfill in her. Everybody's not gonna have that appetite. But if she does have like say me, I think I have an appetite for a lot. I have a big stomach. I have big eyes.
I like
big stomach.
I can understand that. You and I are both extroverted people. I can fit in wherever. Yeah. But I will say this: if I wanted an open relationship, that would be a major thing for me. That would be a key selling point. Like,
which what?
I get to have someone else in my life and experience things with them that I don't with my partner. Because I have been in monogamous relationships. I just do whatever. My nigga was obsessed with the Saints, my first boyfriend. that I lived with. I'd go to every fucking Saints game. He was obsessed with sports. That's all we fucking did. Like, I really wasn't into that shit. But I'm sure there was a girl that would love to go to front row to fucking games and all that shit. Like, if this was me now at 27 years old and grown up and like more secure, man, I'd let him go with another bitch so fast.
All right.
And enjoy that shit. Right. Like, I really believe that there's other things in our lives that we can share with other people, and it's not a big fucking deal. For me, I like to go to fucking raves and shit. I like the Brooklyn underground parties. And if I found a dude that was into that motherfucker and my man wasn't, we'd be out.
You went to the sex party. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, sure. So,
did he wind up going against what he thought and watching another dude pipe you?
Actually, we both weren't into it.
Y'all both.
So this is what happened.
Go ahead. Come on. Tell me.
The agreement was not me sleeping with another dude. Mm-hmm. And frankly, it was his birthday, so I felt like I can't fuck another nigga's birthday. So we get there, and actually, I'm going to show you this girl.
Awkward ride home. Like,
I have got to fucking show you this.
You really had to ride his dick like that?
So we get there, and our agreement was maybe either I get with a girl or we get with a girl together, or just fuck in front of people. That was like our last option. But I want to show you this girl that I met there, and I'll tell you a little bit about this. So, black chick, gorgeous. How cute is she?
Oh, she's pretty as fuck.
She's so fucking hot, bro.
There be chicks like that there?
Yo, she was there. First person I saw. And when I walked up to her,
Instagram on here, I might follow her.
She fine as shit, ain't she?
Oh my goodness.
Freckles,
gracious me.
Cutie, big lips, short.
And she knows how to take pictures.
Oh, she fine. So I get there, right?
I ain't really into the shoes though.
Now, nigga. I like those shoes. So she is a member of NSFW, right? So it's a sex club or sex, whatever
she's
it
been
is.
around.
Right. So let me tell you about how
I don't know.
even my inner, as liberal as I am with sex, I just want to tell you what happened to me. I don't even know if I want to say this on my show because it sounds really judgy.
Let's go with it.
So I get there. She's one of the first women I see. Me and him both lock eyes like, oh, that bitch is it. So I hear this noise. She's going to her purse and it sounds like chains. I'm like, what's that? And she's like, hi. Oh, that's my leash and my collar. Now, you already know I'm into that shit. I was like, God damn.
Shit.
I was like, oh. So I go to shake my hand out of her. She's like, oh, I know who you are. And she knew about my show because I interviewed the owner of the thing. So she's a member of it. So she knew who I was. I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God, well, welcome. She hugged me. I mean, the energy in there was dope. So we started talking to another girl. He wasn't feeling her, this Asian John. I was like, yo, she wants to suck your dick. He's like, no, I'm good. I think I'm fine and we can leave. I was like, okay. So our code for the night, we talked about this before we got there, was if we're not feeling somebody, we say, let's go get a drink. So we go get a drink and the black girl comes back up. And she has her dress is off. And she starts talking to someone she knows. And she says, oh my God, my strap broke while I was fucking. Oh, I had so much sex and my fucking dress broke. I'm so pissed. Why immediately did I think to myself, well, now we can't fuck. Like, I can't eat her pussy now. It's going to taste like latex. Like, so wait, my nigga's in the bathroom peeing, right? She knocks on the door. Is like, hey, can I have the wipes in there for a second? And starts wiping her face. And
oh my goodness!
Why did
like her mouth?
Yeah, like around her, like her cheeks.
Like she just was,
getting back. There's like a dungeon downstairs, and I just was like, me and him were looking at each other, and he's like, I was like, don't say it. It fucked it up. You know what I mean? And then
she's too much sex,
dude. And I hate to even admit that, but even me inside was like, could I sleep with someone that just had sex 10 minutes ago? I know I'm at a sex party, but can I do that?
I've done it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a roommate, and I had a roommate.
Well, I would plan on going down and shit.
I was in the kitchen making my breakfast. Her dude left. She comes in the kitchen in her robe, and she's like,
that's kind of hot though.
Can you finish me off?
See, that's different.
And literally just like, I wouldn't even make it. I was sat down to eat it, and she just straddled me, and we just started fucking. And she was great. She was amazing. Because how do you thinking about me right now?
See, that feels forbidden.
That's fucking awesome.
But at a sex party, could you do it?
I don't think I could do a sex party.
Ever?
I think it's something that I want to try. I want to go. And Mandy told me about one, and
Mandy loves it. Caligula, she goes to.
Right. So she sent me the information. I was supposed to go.
Yes, I remember this.
I'm scared, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I can't go by myself. I have to go.
No, you go with a date, right?
Because
I'm gonna tell you what happened, and I'm not sure if I could really go again.
Really?
So we were watching the girl with this dude, and he's like,
the black girl.
Mm-hmm. And him and
she went and got it in again.
No. She was maybe she was with the guy she had sex with. I don't know.
Okay.
One thing though I thought was kind of funny. She had a cast on. And
on what?
On her wrist, and I kept thinking like,
how did that?
How you suck the dick? And so I said to him, the dude also, I was like, you think it was a fucking accident?
Yeah, right.
Come here every week.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we
go downstairs, and I'm like,
carpal
let's just have sex.
From jerking dick.
I don't know. But it was on my mind. I'm getting judgy, and I'm a hoe myself. I can't be judgy. So we get downstairs, and I'm gonna just tell you what happened and what fucked me up. And this is so funny because my own subconscious can't get out of thinking about black people all the time. To the left of us, there's a bed that's available in the middle. To the left of us is a tattooed couple fucking, and to the right of us is a threesome going on. It's a white chick, a white guy, and a black nigga with dreads fucking the dude's wife.
Oh Jesus, a cuckold.
Yes. So we're down on the mattress, and like the tattooed couple's fucking, and him and I are looking like, we do way better than that. So he starts going down on me, and like in the middle of it,
your guy,
yeah,
is like, fuck it.
Like he's going down on me, and I couldn't stop looking at the threesome, and it was really fucking me up because all I could think is the only black man here is here for that shit, and it fucked me up.
Wait, do you think it was his choice to fuck somebody's wife?
Of course, it was his choice. I mean, like he's like, fuck it. Like,
is that not empowerment? It's like reparations.
You know why it fucked me up?
Yeah, I'm here to fuck your wife.
Because I'm into cuckolding for me. I would love to sit down, tied up, and watch my dude fuck another chick and them talk shit to me. That shit gets me
Him off. Talk shit to you?
Fuck yeah, him and her. Just like, oh, you wish you were here. Oh, do you want to know what my pussy tastes like? Blah, blah, blah. All that shit. I think that shit is so sexy. But for some reason, cuckolding, the idea of
that shit would drive me crazy.
Oh my God, bro.
It
would drive me crazy in a good way, though.
I would never see you again.
What do you mean? If you did it to a chick?
I was tied up and you was getting fucked by a dude, it's the last time I'm gonna see you.
Okay. Now, a lot of men can't handle that.
Right? I'd have nightmares, except for my nightmares.
Well, female cuckolding is not something that's normal. Like, I can barely find it on Pornhub. But I will say this. When I type in cuckolding, since I'm into it, I only find black men fucking white dudes' wives. Mm-hmm. And I'm just kind of tired of that shit. Like, watching fucking, like, the big black cock thing and the black fetishizing with, like, the big black dude fucking your wife. I don't know why it fucked me up. And so when I saw the dude fucking the guy's wife, it just fucked.
You're too woke for that. That's why.
It's not even like I fuck white boys. It's just, it fucked me up. And I think he knew what was going on too, because he kept looking at me, and we talk about it all the time. You know, like talk about like race play and like how a lot of that shit is uncomfortable and how it's disrespectful. Like, so I knew he knew what was going on in my head, and I couldn't finish. He couldn't, like, it just was weird. And he was like, you know what, let's go home and fuck. That's exactly what happened. And I remember sitting in the car thinking like, why was that the only nigga there? Why?
Is that really what you was thinking about?
I really was thinking. I couldn't get over it. I had a great time with, my dude, and it was sexy and it was fun, but I didn't even really say it out loud to him because I didn't want to start the conversation. But
so you're looking at the atmosphere.
Because everybody knew what that nigga was there for. When I saw him there, I knew what he was there for. That's all I could think. Big black nigga with dreads, just by himself. Okay, so you the cuckold fucking dude, and everybody that's a couple that wants to watch their wife get fucked is gonna pick you. And I just didn't like that shit. Why can't no white dude do it? Why you gotta pick the nigga for that? I don't know why it fucks with me. If I see the porn, I have to turn it off.
Now, from now on, you can't even watch black dude fucking white woman.
It's really fucking me up. It's just kind of, it's almost how I feel with like black girls getting gangbanged by white dudes. Like, and they be talking shit to her. Oh, I can't. You see the ones with the Confederate flag and shit?
Well, Donald Glover, right? He said he had this comment where he said that he was fucking a white chick and she called him nigger.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, and he exploded. Like, he had the best orgasm he's ever had in his life when she called him a nigger. And this is part of his stand-up from years ago. As a matter of fact, I wanted to talk to you about that whole shit, but might as well talk about it now.
The video?
No, just about Donald Glover marrying a white chick and being this woke activist type of dude.
But see, it's the same thing with Jordan Peele. His wife is white. I mean, it's the same thing with me. A lot of people write me on my Instagram and talk shit to me because I fuck white boys. And they say, how do you talk like this on your podcast?
Yeah, but you're so pro-black. Are you mixed?
Yeah, my mom is black.
Your
My
mom's
dad
black?
is white.
Your
I
dad's
don't
white.
even call myself mixed anymore because I feel like too many
You
people.
identify, right?
Only because I feel like people use mixed as a cop out. I have a friend of mine. She don't listen to podcasts, so whatever. Model chick. And when people ask what she is, like the first thing she'll say is like white and then black. And like
what? How?
She just,
how are you white black? I don't even
she's
understand.
like, I'm white and black. Like she won't say black. Like I noticed that. And then she said to me recently, like she doesn't consider herself black. She's like, I'm biracial. And I'm like, bitch, you got a fro. You look black. The fuck are you talking about? And for me, as someone who doesn't, some people think I'm Latina. They don't know. Like the older I get, more people guess mixed. But I just feel uncomfortable. And then when I say black and people like, nah, but what else? I'd be like, I mean, well, I would have been a slave, so the fuck else I got to pick? And, just by chance I came out lighter. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm picking white boys on purpose. Of course, I've been with more black men than white dudes.
There's something that's got you picking white dudes.
I was starting to think at first it was the sex because I like a lot of weird shit during sex, and a lot of black men I've been with don't want to do those things to me. But my therapist told me, because actually something I told my therapist was that I'm starting to feel guilty about it.
About the things that you like to do sexually?
No. In this political climate, like as pro-black as I am, I can't believe I really I'm really dating white dudes. Like it kind of is weird. Like I'm falling in love with someone who's white, and at the same time I'm like, white people are trash.
But this is what's going on with Donald Glover. There's a whole
hurts.
thing going on.
My therapist though told me it's because I've talked about some domestic violence on my show, but a black man, the last black man I was with, did that to me. Hit me, abused me emotionally. And he's like, it's not like your love for black people has changed, but like the last time, he's like, you probably see that when you get those romantic feelings. You probably envision him.
What color is your therapist?
My therapist is black.
I don't like this motherfucker.
Why? It makes sense.
Because he's making you think that you don't like all black dudes because one did something to you. Like
I don't think he's
shit.
thinking that. I think no, of course he's trying to desensitize me to that idea.
Like,
but
he's white people. So you don't think about white people enslaving motherfuckers when you fucking a dude? Like you don't think about him doing all kind of shit,
he's saying,
raping your ancestors?
Of course, but he's saying from a personal experience. The last time that I've been romantic with a black man, he says that I probably am seeing him in every. For a while, I couldn't date men. Period. And then after that, it was just like, just white boys. Because you know what it is? And this is the truth.
Well, I'm sorry.
White boys feel, thank you. White boys feel weaker
I want
to me.
make sure that I apologize.
I appreciate
for
that.
What men
it was
have
a long
done,
time ago,
so
and I'm a lot stronger
that's
now.
Fucked up.
But white boys feel weaker to me. Like
weaker?
Like they ain't
you
shit
can
to me.
dominate them.
Like even
they kind of succumb to black women.
Yeah.
They
like,
kind of
even though like I like to do role play, like ain't none of these white boys out here make me really feel like they ain't. Like with black men, I do feel like it's more of this king shit. But with white boys, I just don't. I don't feel like none of them gonna hurt me. It's a weird, maybe it's in my head. And it's not that physically they can't. Of course they can. But just keeping it 100, like they just like whatever.
Do you succumb to your now boyfriend? Like do you make him feel like king, or do you still like, yeah, you're the dude I chose? Like understand that. Honestly,
it's a very equal relationship, but most white men that I date are very like treat me like a fucking queen.
Do you think that if it wasn't
it's like a worshiping thing? And if there's any black women listening that date white men, I bet you if they could comment under this or SoundCloud, whatever,
they will comment.
They tell me them motherfuckers don't. It's a crazy thing. It's almost like addictive. Like they fucking worship you. Everything about you. It's something that I've like never seen before.
Is that healthy?
Probably not.
Well, because obviously you want to be worshipped in that way, and you probably deserve to be. I would love to be worshipped, like I would, right? But what is the reason that they do it? Like, there's got to be a psychological reason why all of them do it, and it's not because you're like the Egyptian goddess. Like,
I think some of them feel lucky to be with you. I have a friend of mine that's dating a black woman.
I feel like they objectify you.
She's Nigerian,
as a black woman,
but he tells me all the time, like, I'm like lucky she chose me. She's the strongest woman I ever known. He's like, everything about her, when I look at her, I just can't believe she's with me.
I think that there needs to be some psychotherapy that goes into why they think that. Not to even, if you found love, I'm happy for you. I don't give a fuck who you found it with.
Right.
I honestly don't. It's not me. Way. I don't care. But if we're having this conversation and we're just having a conversation, there's a reason they worship y'all like that. There is a reason, and it might come from fear. It might come from guilt.
Honestly, I don't know what it is. I mean, the dude I'm dating is not American, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really date a lot of American white boys, though. That's just because I feel like they're all innately a little bit Trumpish.
I think that there's definitely a cultural disconnect.
Like a lot of
and
European
I'm not trying to make
white
excuses for them. But
no,
it's just
but
a cultural disconnect.
But there's a lot of embedded racism for Americans, and European white men are just a little bit different. They're used to seeing like Africans and Indians and other people of color, where when people of color come into a white American person's mind, it's just niggas. That's the truth. And when you have someone from on the other side of the world, they just seem a little more open and they're easier to talk to. You know, for example, I'd be saying whatever I want to in front of this dude, right? We were talking about Kanye, where we watch Jesus and Meryl every night together. And I'd be like, these niggas be wildin'. And he don't never say nothing. If I say that in front of American white people, they get very uncomfortable. Or they might feel like they have to reciprocate or change their voice with me. And it's fucking weird.
So does he ever, a European white dude, does he ever say nigga?
Hell no! The fuck?
All right. The N-word, I remember when I first met you, I wasn't sure.
I know. You told me about that when I posted
what
that
you
video.
Were. I wasn't sure whether you were Jewish. I don't know. I was looking. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
It's okay. People
don't walk around with a I am Latino, I am black, or I am mixed sign on their fucking head, you know? And you say nigger a lot. You be like, that nigga this, that nigga that. And I was sitting at the table like, because I wasn't sure what was going on right now. I'm just looking like.
It's so crazy because I don't even realize that.
You say that shit a lot.
I don't realize
Boldly.
what people look like. It's weird. Like I don't realize other people see me.
And I believe it might make people uncomfortable.
Yes, and it doesn't hit me until later.
I'm at work. Spanish dude's locker is next to me, right? He's Hispanic. He goes through shit. Dude been locked up and going through whatever he's going through in life. When I tell you he can't say one sentence without saying nigga 7 times, that nigga, that nigga, and I'm just sitting there like, because I don't say this shit that much. Like, my nigga, why you got to say it every
You like, I don't say this shit
much,
my nigga.
like,
you know what though? I'm from Florida, and there's a lot of ghetto motherfuckers like Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami, and it's just it's a cultural thing to use it almost as much as people up here say son.
Okay.
I hear men and women say nigga a lot more down south, but yeah, I understand that, and I'm trying to catch myself more with making sure.
Why?
Because
I feel like I'm judging you because of the color of your skin. And
that is what it is, but I don't want to make people have to ask me because I get uncomfortable when white girls say
it's you accepting who you are. It's you accepting who you are over, say, your homegirl who doesn't do it, right? People, we colorize a lot. Like we say, it's funny.
Oh my God, of course.
We was talking about fucking Cardi B and somebody was like, she's Afro-Latina. I was like, how? She doesn't have an Afro. Like, I don't know why I immediately colorize Cardi B. If she's saying, yo, I'm Bayesian and I'm Dominican or whatever, I'm black and Dominican, and she's admitting that, that's Afro-Latina, right? Like that's
right.
What she is.
Afro is just
and
the background of like the descent of Africans mixed with your culture, right? So like Dominicans have more melanin.
Right. So
right.
she's identifying as that, and I'm basically saying because you're light skinned, you're more Dominican. That's not fair. So I'm looking at you and I'm saying you're light skinned and you don't have the right to say it as much as I do because I'm darker or whatever. Like my family got Panamanian in it. I'm Spanish too.
Right.
So like what gives me more right? It's just that
it is a color
judge
thing.
people by
and
our
that's
color
the
of
thing
their skin.
That I know, and that's why when people are looking at me when I say it, I know they feel the same way. What?
Nothing.
When y'all bitches?
Money. It's money.
Oh, okay. You know, speaking of Cardi B, when I walked in here, you were talking about her and Azealia Banks. And
oh, Jesus.
It really upset me to watch her do that because I had mentioned to you something you didn't know. So I canceled Azealia Banks a long time ago, and I really liked her music. Mm-hmm. First, the Trump thing. But second, there was some dude from One Direction or one of them little boy band groups that's Middle Eastern. Mm-hmm. And she called, I can't even say ER. And she called him a sand nigger on Twitter. And I think Twitter deleted her shit after that.
Right.
That shit fucked me up because I don't ever want to disrespect other people of color.
Right.
To me, there's 3 people in this world, and my grandma taught me this. You got the Caucasoid, the Mongoloids, and niggas. Mm-hmm. And where do they fit, right? Okay. So to me, my grandma used to tell me that she's like, you're not half white. You know that, right? Your daddy's from Africa. My dad was born in Syria.
Okay.
But at the time my dad was born, my dad's in his 80s, Israel wasn't a country yet. So they sent all the Jews to Israel. My dad was born in Africa. And she's like, you black. The whole way through and out. No matter what color you came out, whether some people consider that lucky, you're light or whatever, you're not what you think you are. And so I cannot slur other people of color. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. So to watch Azealia Banks do that fucked me up. Especially when it was so hard to be a Muslim when she said that. This nigga, let us not forget. We really do forget. You literally couldn't come into the country because of your religion. There was a VP of Google that was denied, I think, access back into the fucking country because he was Muslim. Are you fucking kidding me? Mm-hmm. And you wanted this nigga to be president? Like, I just can't even believe she's really out here talking about Cardi B that's doing nothing but making black girls feel comfortable in their skin, have a fucking great time. Out here, another black rapper. But here you go being salty. She's like really pissing me off. Stop beating other women up.
Did you listen? So we were trying to listen to the interview before we started, right? So we can't really judge much. I will say this.
You about to side with this bitch?
No, she made a few points that can be debated, are debatable. There are some things in there that were valid.
You're comparing her to Beyonce.
Wait. Maybe we should just. What I will say is this. Azealia Banks has made a history of going after other women when they're being spoken about.
Right. She was talking shit about Nicki, now she sucks a dick.
She always does it. It's like, I just wish that she would find her own platform and use it in a way that's more consistently about her career,
because
masses.
She's not dumb.
Versus her using other women to springboard off of. And this is just one of those things where it's like,
You know what Azealia Banks could have been?
She's really intelligent.
She could have been a female D. Ray McKennison. I'm going to tell you why.
She's extremely intelligent.
She's so smart. She could speak so eloquently.
Yeah.
Why the fuck can't you just be an activist and then pop your music off? Like, if you really want your music to pop off, hate to say use us in that way, but like, people use their activism to fucking push their platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bitch, do that. Instead, you rip other black people apart. Like, I hate that we have to pick sides with this Nicki Minaj and Cardi B thing. It's even happening to me. I'm starting to not like Nicki Minaj because when I listen to her music, I'm like, Cardi B sounds fun and like, yeah, girl, get your money. And Nicki Minaj is like, I'm better than you. And now, because Cardi is so humble, it makes me look at every other rapper as not.
Well, Cardi's going through a hard time right now with this pregnancy thing and, you know, being in the media and in the spotlight, being pregnant and just having to deal with all of this,
and then to sit here and call the girl ugly, that really made me upset. Azealia Banks saying, "You ugly. You're not what'd she say? Oh, you're a mediocre light skinned bitch."
Yeah, she did. Well, Cardi had a lot to say to her too. They've been going back and forth.
Oh, she did. What Cardi say?
She went off. She a lot of posts. She was defending herself and she was hurt. You got to also understand that she's very emotional. She's fucking pregnant right now. Like, why would you go at a woman that's pregnant right now? Like, why would you even?
Because she's trash. Like, who did she not go at? I hate this girl for that shit, bro. I really fucking do. Her energy is just so
I challenge you to listen to the actual interview. And let's just have a off sidebar conversation later on about what you're doing about it. Maybe when you leave, when you go home, just put it on and just listen to it. Because she did, I heard some points that I could say was somewhat valid. Not necessarily about Cardi.
The highlight that I heard with her comparing her and saying we have great women and like Beyonce and Solange. Mm-hmm. We can't keep comparing people to a Beyonce. You can't. She's not in that lane. And let's be real. We don't really, I mean, Cardi's music is but she's fun and we just like her. Mm-hmm. That's the truth. Just like a Tiffany Haddish, right? She's just fun. Like, honestly, her stand-up to me wasn't that funny. But like, we like her.
I just like her as a person.
Me too. I liked her in the movie. Like, I want to support her.
I think Tiffany does a lot.
She does do a lot, but I want to support her.
I just want her to be happy. And I love seeing somebody that is, to me, I don't want to say innocent, but is free.
Yeah.
I don't feel the
I think
weight
green
of the
is
world
a good word
on her.
for it.
Yeah. She's green. Like, she's just happy to be here.
Yes.
She's just doing whatever. Like,
but
did you see how she showed up to the Met Gala? But I don't know. I wasn't watching it. They're saying that I don't know.
She should have worn that same dress she said she'd been wearing.
She would have worn that again.
Bitch, you should have worn that. And I just was like, okay. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that everybody has their own avenue. Cardi B wants to be the fun, slutty, ex-stripper hoe. Let her be that. It's not a Beyonce level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like comparing Oprah to who's another bitches on the Real.
Yeah.
It's a different fucking lane. Yeah. Stop doing that. And that's the problem. Don't compare Cardi B to Nicki Minaj. She's not a lyricist. She's just an entertainer.
Azealia spoke about colorism you now dating white men, right? Mm-hmm. But you speak about African American issues all the time, right? You're always defending the black sisters. You're always defending. I feel like you're at the front line in your own way.
Dude, I put myself in uncomfortable situations all the time.
All the time.
I got a new job, and one of my interview questions was, is diversity important when you're hiring people? And he goes, yeah, I have another girl on my sales team. I said, no, like black people? Mm-hmm. Like, do you have Latinos? Do you have any Indians? Like, do you have any black people? And he looked very uncomfortable, but I don't care. My homegirl, shout out to Dub, told me, like, bitch, if people don't give you an answer that you want to hear, you leave.
Now, Donald Glover has been put under fire. Let me see if I can find this post that has happened recently. Let me see if I can find it. Let me find it. Here it is. Before everyone started talking about how great of a fuck, you're fucking with my head. Great of an artist Childish Gambino is and how woke he is, remember this. And they show him walking with his white wife, carrying his mixed child. And people are saying, basically, he doesn't have the right, or how can you be woke if you're sleeping with the other race?
But we gotta remember, right? Like, let's look at Obama. Like, his mama was white. Mm-hmm. My fucking dad is white. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can't totally be a hypocrite when I'm a product of this shit too. And honestly, I think it's very hard to figure out who you want to be in love with. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want black love so bad. I want a man to talk shit about white people with. I mean, I do it with the white boys I'm with now, but it ain't the same. When the hashtags come out, growing up while black, I want to talk about all that shit, how we use the same oil, shit like that. He don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But it just didn't happen that way. And I think it's very unfair to categorize love or say that we should shut other people out of our lives. It's just like friends. I mean, I can't tell you that I have some white friends, more black friends, but I can't kick them out of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that in the world where black women are looked at as, they're saying, black women need to be championed. Black women need to be supported by black men. And then when a black man who's saying that black people, who's trying to speak for the cause, actually picked a white woman, could you not see how a black woman would be insulted?
Absolutely, I can. I mean, trust me, it happens. I get those moments too, where like somebody will post something and I'll be like, of course, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from, but I will say this one thing I've started to notice. Like, dudes on Facebook that I knew from college and shit mm-hmm. like that, and I see them with white women, I'm like, how did that happen? Sometimes I think it's your community a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like me, I realize I'm not going to enough black shit. Like, I'm just not. I'm not from New York, and so like I just hang out where I live, which is like Soho, LES area, and it's a lot of white people. When I was in Florida, I was fucking a bunch of niggas because I was going all the black shit. This is the truth. I was fucking all the Jamaicans because I was like, ooh, there's this party. Like, it's your community. And I think that like you get these rich men or these men that work, like the dudes from my Facebook, I'm sorry, I just skipped what I was saying. They work in finance, right? Shit like that. Like these kind of like white jobs. And you're probably meeting people in that circle and you can't help it. Right. But if you feel a connection with someone, should you push away because they're not black? I don't know. I think it's my responsibility to make sure that I'm with someone that's going to fucking be on my team all day, every day.
I'm not going to say that are you suggesting that black men wouldn't? I'm not, because you got people that's going to pick and choose what they hear when you say that. So are you saying that because you find it a white dude that they would be on your team like that all the time? Or you just saying that whenever you find somebody that is on your team, you notice them, right?
Yeah. Like, to me, I'm not going to say I don't see color because I think that's a disgusting and very dismissive thing to people of color. But I'm not going to lie. For love, like, it's all about mindset to me. I've been with black men that don't look at black women that way. They're more into like Latinas or will say things to me like, oh, you're light skinned and blah, blah, blah. Like I hate that shit.
I know a lot of dudes that say, I'm not dating black women no more. I do. Like, I would hate to say it, but I do.
Dude, it's so uncomfortable. One of my homeboys, I get so angry with him because he told me he's not fucking with black girls and he black as shit.
He was like, they say it. And we've had debates.
Bro, it almost made me want to cry when he was just like, because they don't treat me good. And they too broken Like, it was fucking awful. He's like, look at you. He's like, you always talking about, oh, how niggas do this and blah, blah, blah. You got a show based around it. Like, it's you too. And he's like, so white boys deal with your shit, which I thought was so fucked up. But, like, that's how he looks at me. And he's like, I don't care how dark you are or how light you are. That you talk the same shit that black girls be talking. Anytime I do something or whatever, you just a girl down my throat, neck twisting. And that's really what they think about black women, which is crazy to me. So, I mean, honestly, I encourage black women to do the same. Fucking open your eyes to some other people. You know what I mean? I mean, if it could happen, the Latino men are fucking passionate. I was with a Venezuelan dude for a year or two. I mean, he was amazing to me. Like, I've just started opening my eyes to other people. And I did not do that when I was dating black men. I felt like I had to only date black men because I would let everybody else down. I just could not date a black man. I feel
like I need to go at you. And I don't want to.
Do it.
I feel like you're saying black women should date other races for other reasons than love. Like, if you...
No,
I'm just saying, like, if you find somebody for whatever reason...
I'm saying that I think we're forced to feel like, because at one point I was only attracted to black men. Everybody else was gross to me. I was scared of pink dick. I was just scared of other shit. But now that I've opened my eyes more to meet more people, I have found love in other people. And I feel like black women were so stuck feeling like all we could do is be with black men. And it's really hard.
But when black men date other races, we get the same thing. We all get that same pressure.
Yeah, but black men date way more other races than black women will. Black women will fucking be alone before they fucking go for a fucking...
Because y'all stuck on dick size.
That's facts.
Y'all stuck on dick size and y'all don't realize that shit. Y'all don't even need that big ass dick.
Not even that you can't get that big ass to somewhere else.
Well, all right. So the other part of this post, right? And it's still speaking to the same thing, is somebody commented under the thing about talking about Childish Gambino. Let's just be honest. Black women are not attracted to the weird black guy. If you're different in any way, you're gay or weird. So people need to stop acting surprised when they are with the
That's not black
race.
women. That's black people. And that's not our fault either.
What?
You know, this opens up to the conversation you had with XD, which I think was one of your best epissodes, interviewing a gay dude.
I loved him.
Oh my God, he was so dope. Mm-hmm. But seriously though, like, we think everything is gay. That's how we talk. I used to say that. One of my gay black best friends was like, we were fucked up and high together. He's like, I got to tell you something. I hate when you say that. I hate when you tell me this shit is gay. Bitch, I'm gay. Why does it have to make it weaker? It's like some women don't like when you call somebody pussy. Mm-hmm. Stop making my pussy a weak thing.
Oh my God, shut up.
Seriously though, but that's the same argument with gay. And so as a whole, we're just taught to be stronger and that certain things make you weak. And so to watch men wear the guy liner or wear the fucking kilt or tighter shirts or longer shirts or whatever the fuck it is, fucks our head up in our image of man. Mm-hmm. And like, I get it. I get what they're saying, but I'm sorry, that's not just black women. Niggas do that too. Look how we treating Lil Uzi. He's a goth kid, but for some reason we're calling him gay.
Hey, he does a lot.
Okay, do we fucking...
He does a lot. I mean, it's just like, all right.
But like, we shit on him for it.
I loved him. I went to, I don't know what it was, Powerhouse or something. He was
he's fun.
The main attraction to me. And there were all these other, but he was dope. But that doesn't mean his sexuality might be a little, and that is what it is. If he wants that, he wants that. But his show is dope. He could be a dope dude. He's a little...
I don't know. I think fluidity is like maybe a new school thing, and a lot of women need to understand that, like, we got to let that
fluidity.
Shit go. Fluidity is like kind of like how genders are crossing over with like clothing and like style and things like that.
I feel like they're trying to force black men into some weird shit. Like, why we can't just be like our own urban shit? Like, why do we have to wear tight ass jeans? And like, it's just weird to me. The shit you didn't see the picture of ASAP Rocky with the fucking big purse. It's a purse, my nigga. Like, what you doing? It's a fucking purse. Like, why are we doing this? Why do we have to do this? You can't wear book bags. Jan Sports was dope.
That's a European style thing. Like, Europeans like that. Jamaicans niggas love that shit. Hold on. Jamaican niggas love the purse.
I feel like every time somebody tries to come up, they're doing good. You're from the hood. They whiten you up a little bit. They put you on GQ. They put you on Vogue. They put you on one of these
said something about the Met Gala. He's like, nobody at the Met Gala, none of the rappers fucking dressed in at the theme. They just bought some expensive shit and was like, yeah, we gonna wear that. Yeah. I don't know. I think like something that happens when you get more money is you open your eyes to other kind of fashion. Mm-hmm. And the only fashion that you or I probably know is like, shit, I don't really spend more than $100 on something, or $200 is my splurge on something, right? So we have the same kind of look, rip shit, whatever. Like, once you're at another level of money, you learn different
You
shit.
can't just put a purse on, my nigga, because you get more money. Like that is a purse. Why do you? At what point are you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this purse
on another side of the world?
rock it on front of me like this?
Okay,
like,
not the purse. Let's go back to Donald.
Boy.
I'm sorry, not me and you getting somewhere else.
What you doing?
Donald Glover, he's weird. He is weird, right? He's weird. He's quirky. I don't know. I can't say that black women wanted to be with him. I think that shit is dope, and I think being different is cool. Now, I think it's way more acceptable. So I think that's a fucked up thing to say.
You're in a mixed relationship. You like mixed relationships. Fine. Do you consider yourself to be prejudiced towards white people?
Yeah, I'm definitely biased. A lot of times,
How can you possibly be in a relationship with somebody when you know you're prejudiced towards them based on the color of their skin?
I mean, it's not them. It's just like...
That's like saying I have black friends. Like if I'm racist or if I'm white and I know I have problematic points.
And trust me, like I'm not trying to sit here and like
say
that I know I'm right here.
I don't mean to trap
No,
you
it's cool because I don't know what it is. It's true. I'll date this white dude and call him and be like, yo, these white motherfuckers at work always be acting like I'm gonna fucking pop off if something happens. And they always act sensitive around me. And like, I'll be talking shit about white people. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But sometimes I feel like my friends are sacred. My old roommate is a white dude, Canadian white dude. Super cool. Like I would come home all the time and talk white people like a dog. Like, I don't know. I think some of my friends are just sacred. Kind of just like if me and you are hanging out and we see a chick, let's say we're out eating somewhere and she start getting loud and shit. We're gonna be like, this is why black people come and fuck shit up all the time.
Yeah.
Same shit.
I'll talk shit about black people all the time.
I be feeling bad.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That
like
makes super sense.
But like, I don't know. I just feel like Team A always like it's always gonna be black people.
But if he were to do it
towards black people,
yeah, then it's a problem. So now, can we imagine what it's like for him to exist in that relationship? Like, do we have to imagine that? Do we have to consider that?
But this is the thing,
I feel
though.
like you should.
I do have to consider that, and not every white person is for. I just kind of met that dude and it worked. Not everyone is for me in that way. The last dude I dated, actually, Loverboy on the show, did not like that I did that, and it was kind of starting to hit me towards the end.
The Loverboy was white.
Yeah, he was European. He was from Latvia, small country, and he said to me, it was his Christmas party, and I was with his brother. I was with the brother's girlfriend, brother's fiance, me, Loverboy. And his brother is an NBA agent. And he was making comments how people wouldn't hire him because he's white. I was the only person in the room, even with her black ass, excuse me, biracial, sitting there like, so what? I don't give a fuck. If you telling me you in Latvia, if some nigga come, they ain't gonna pick you, the Latvian dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm like, you want me to sit here and really empathize with you for like not getting agents because you're white? There's all black people. Can they not put money back into their own community with you not feeling upset? Go do something else white. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. My nigga was mad. He was mad.
I like this. And the reason why I wanted to start, I wanted to address our prejudices towards white people, but then I also wanted to know, do we need them? Do we need white people in our fight? Do we need them to use their privilege to help us? There's a white dude that plays, I want to say, Doctor Strange in Avengers.
I know who you're talking about.
And he said, I'm not getting hired. I'm not accepting any roles from now on unless my female counterparts are being paid exactly the same amount as me. And I said, wow, that is an example of white people using their privilege, or a white man using his privilege to raise the bar for white women or black women or whatever.
What you just said, when a lot of people can't get the white people in my life, that's how they talk. Seriously. Yeah. They are so aware of their privilege all the time. I've had my white friends tell me sometimes, like, I'm being racist. Right. Like, you got to do this, like, blah, 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 blah. But
How so?
I'm trying to think of the one thing I said. Like, I had a girl on the show that I was fucking. And she was Brazilian. And one of my white friends was like, I get that you thought it was cool to bring someone you're fucking on. Like, that's cool. But, like, you should have had someone black. And you know you should have had someone black. And they were like, how could the first lesbian you had on not be black? This is a white dude telling me this. And he was like, you really fucked up, Weez. Like, you fucking sat here and you brought this girl on and that's also light skin, and you talked about your sex, and now you have this whole idea you're showing to people. You should have never fucking did that. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And I shouldn't. Why didn't I fucking have a black girl on? Why?
Do you think that has something to do with how you identify, or you're just you?
No, it's my demographic, and it's how I talk on the show.
But you're also able to be very forceful in that field, around white people. You can be very effective, very around them, where you might not feel the same in this other crowd. Are you the same way in both crowds?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And I promise you that. And I know. So my co-host Mandy will joke about like how I had a white gay couple on, white and Asian, and how I was like talking. She said white. Mm-hmm. I don't think I was talking white. I think I was just like getting very gay. I really don't feel like that. Like I just was like, oh my god, yeah. Like it's just my gay talk. Like I do that because white gays talk like that, and black gays be like, I wasn't gonna do that with them because that's a black gay thing, and I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna yes girl you when your shit is different. You know what I'm saying?
I get like that when I'm in Atlanta. I start talking about shawty, so I understand.
Yeah, it really wasn't like I did it on purpose, but I make sure that I am the loud black ass one in the room. And sometimes, you know what's funny? When I get with white people, I get blacker. I be like, okay, well, you know I ain't about to go outside in that rain.
That's what I'm talking about. Maybe when you get around them, you feel more forceful, like you just gonna press them and make them have to succumb to your blackness.
I love making white people uncomfortable. It is one of my favorite things to do. But I really feel like it's my job to do that. Because when I was growing up, my mom, love her to death. I'm sure you just heard her on the phone. My mom is dope. My mom is black.
Your mom just called. Your mom
It's Mother's Day, by the way, y'all.
And I'm not gonna put her out. I'm not gonna put her out there, but she definitely is. The way y'all see her on Horrible Decisions, or the way y'all see her,
that's her
on the live. That's literally her all the time.
My mom is so dope. She's just an old school New Yorker. My mom wasn't ready to have. My mom had me at 40. She wasn't ready to have a kid. She was living her life. But something about my mom that I think made me the way I am for the better. My mom was so embarrassed sometimes, I think, of her blackness, and these are not her words. My mom was with a white man. My father's Jewish, so she had to convert. There was a lot of times she wouldn't be allowed in the synagogue. There was a lot of people that would talk behind her back. When I was born, she said that people looked over to see what I looked like, and she was like, she's light. She's light, because I know y'all checking. And I've watched her do it. I'd watch her like get more white, and I hated it. It embarrassed me, because when I was growing up, I had frizzy hair, and I looked way more black than she thought I did. Everybody knew I wasn't white when I was a kid. I mean, I wear a weave now, and I straighten my hair. So, like, when my hair is out, it's froed out sometimes, right? And it's too kinky to control. And no lie, though, like, as a kid, I realized how black I was and how pushed away and whatever outcast I was for that. And so now I just like being out loud and proud about it. And if I'm not, it's just going to fucking make me quiet. And I can't just watch people that are darker than me go through shit when I'm the quiet one. I just can't. So if I have to be the one to say it and be the light-skinned one to do it, I will. But
are we trying to make them uncomfortable to the point where they, like, what my original point was, do we need them to help us? Or is our fight just us
and they need
alone?
To know. We need white allies. And I'm going to tell you why we need white allies. Right. Because people ain't going to listen to us.
Right.
Think about it. We're going to march down the street and do all this shit we need to do. And then somebody is going to fucking do a press conference and be like, you know, black people are dying at this rate. Did you know that they're 4-1 in prison to white people? And they go to jail for one more time for the same crimes? Oh my God, really? But niggas been saying it a long time. We need white people to do that.
That's almost like men needing to stick up for women's rights.
Yes, it's the same thing. And a lot of black people will act like we don't need them. I'm going to tell you something. I got in an argument on Instagram with a black girl who's an activist on Instagram when I said, thank God for the dude at Starbucks. I was like, thank fucking God, dude. I was like, honestly, because just watching the white dude say it made other white people click on it.
Right.
If a black person would have done it, they would have said they were getting rowdy. Mm-hmm. She was like, oh, you want me to thank him? They could have did something else. They could have barricaded the door. First of all, bitch, I don't know if I would do that. So the fuck you talking about?
Barricaded.
We could have barricaded. I'm gonna talk shit and be like, y'all fucked up. I'm gonna tell some. I'm gonna record this, but bitch, I ain't barricaded. Shit. The fuck you talking about? So they can take me down too? Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's like there are black people that are so relentless. They really believe you should be laid out and on the front lines, shit like that. I can't go that hard for you, but I'm going to make sure that I try and do what I can. And We do need that. I'm sorry. If that white man wasn't there talking, why'd you do it? Because he was black? It's not right, man.
Just what'd he do? What did he do? Tell me what he do.
But if someone black said it, she would have looked combative. He would have looked combative. They would have arrested them too.
They would have arrested him too.
And nobody would have clicked on the shit. It'd have been niggas acting up at Starbucks.
Well, how do we convince each other? Because it just feels like, and I've been to protests where they've ostracized the white people in the crowd that are there to help. They were like, yeah, we're glad you're here, but this is our fight. This is us.
I know.
And
I've been to the Women's March where I feel bad for them.
It's uncomfortable. Like, yo, they're actually here to march with us for an injustice, and we're ostracizing them. How do we make that point proven to us people who are so pro-black that we don't realize that there are certain lines that we can't cross that they can cross, that they can get into, infiltrate to the other side and hurt from within or change from within?
I don't know how to do that.
Doing it.
I don't know if we ever will.
Are you doing it? By fucking the white dude? I don't mean in that way.
I will say this: any white guy that I've been with, before I've slept with them, or even on my Bumble profile, keeping it 100. I talk about Black Lives Matter. I say swipe left if you voted for Trump. It's very obvious. I have a picture of me protesting like how much this shit means to me. And then on first and second dates, I kind of open those conversations just because I don't know. Like people that say don't talk about politics. Fuck that, nigga. Who'd you vote for? Like I need to know what side you lie on because I can't sleep with the enemy. And like I'm already out here doing it. Like I need to fucking know. And particularly the dude I'm dating now, I'm really enjoying it because he's just as smart as me, or not. I don't want to say as smart. He's just as well versed in black issues as I am.
So he's already there.
He's there, right. And I know that behind my back, he'd have a conversation about it. Like when our piece for Vice came out, he was so proud of me and understanding why black people need a sex podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of white people don't get it. They're like, oh, well, there's guys we fucked. Okay, but what about for black chicks or black people? Like there are a lot of white people that can get there, but they need their black friends to teach them. I've had some friends that I have to teach how to do that. I'll be like, when you go home for Thanksgiving, like you got to open that dialogue. Like have your fucking family be like, teach them shit. A lot of white people don't know because they're scared to open that dialogue because they're scared of it to get too weird. But we have to teach white people shit about us all the time. Anytime I'm sitting with someone white from work that I get a little bit close with, let's say we go on our second lunch outing together, I start talking about black ass shit. I be opening my phone up. I'd be like, do you know who this person is? You know why they went to jail? Oh, you didn't see that? Did you not hear about this? Like they have to. Wow, that's fucked up. Oh my God, who's Candace Owens? Can't believe she's saying that. Oh my goodness. Why is it wrong that Kanye said what he said? We have to talk about that. Someone told me, I was so pissed off about the mental enslavement thing. And she's like, well, no, I mean, it really is true, right? Like they did this to black people and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, there were other slaves that left like the Underground Railroad. I'm like, so if you see a dead slave hanging over your head that you knew tried to leave.
With his dick in his mouth.
What you gonna do? You think you about to jump on that fucking, let me just see where we're gonna go. When I have no idea what the other world looks like, I can't fucking read.
Right. There's no internet. There's no fucking magazine for free slaves. It's literally like you gotta travel states underground, like behind barns.
Like you get tortured. And what if you leave? What if you got kids or family there and they gonna fucking kill them too? I'm sorry. I'm not. I probably.
I saw an article. I saw a video on Vice recently of a man that was still enslaved in 1940, 1950, and had no idea that the civil rights movement was going on.
Oh.
How would he possibly know if he's in this plantation, never left? Like, who's going to come tell him? He was literally him, his mother, his wife, everybody's still there, enslaved all this time. He had no connection to the outside world to know nothing that was going on.
Also, and it's Stockholm syndrome. People feel like they shouldn't leave. Like then they're scared of that shit. It's just like people with their abusers, women.
You're born into that shit.
A lot of women are always shitting on women like, oh, you could have left. Da, 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 da. Bro, you sometimes are that scared you don't know what to do.
Yeah, Kanye kissed my ass.
Kanye can suck a dick. And let me tell you something. I unfollowed so many people that day that were like, I get it. I had to call one of my homegirls and say, I know this is a lot.
I had an argument with Dave Chappelle.
What?
I had an argument with Dave Chappelle last week.
How? Where'd you see him?
I went out to I was with Quali, and he took me to meet Dave Chappelle. We all sat down and drank and ate and whatever. And me and Chappelle started talking about Kanye. Man, I tell you
Don't
even
fuck
worse.
this up for me, dog.
I'm gonna tell you even worse. No, listen.
I can't lose somebody else. I just started drinking Starbucks again.
He was just like, yo, come on, man. Like, it's Kanye. I think that his wording was wrong. He didn't mean it like that.
Stop giving niggas excuses, bro.
I'm like, what? But how am I supposed to support him? He won't say he's wrong. He just keeps going around the issue. Like, obviously, I'm in the trenches. I'm like, yo, y'all got mansions. You here? You're not connected to that no more. You could come in, say, yo, I'm down for it, and then go back to your mansion. I say, of course you're going to support your homie. Y'all got mansions together. Y'all was on the come up together to get y'all mansions. I'm still out here. I say, I still got to go through it. I have to stand up for what, like, I'm literally living in every fucking day.
What was he saying?
Boy, he was like, oh, you woke. I was like, nigga, I'm the sleepest nigga I know.
I'm the sleepest nigga.
I'm tired right now. Are you crazy?
You know what really made me mad about people saying Kanye explained himself? And there's a clip going around that says, what you didn't see. And it was the after conversation with Van. Did you see those things? Let me tell you something. What makes me mad about that?
I actually spoke to Van about it.
We texted a little bit. Not texted, DM'd, but...
Do you know what he actually said? Did Van tell you?
Not yet, but I'm going to say one thing. People keep wanting to talk about how Kanye explained himself. He only did it because Van sat there and said, nigga, you bugging. Oh, well, let me walk over and tell you. And you know who I don't fuck with no more? I think his name is Charles. That nigga with the dreads. You really sat there and let him keep going with your black ass.
Oh, he told him to shut up. He said, I only came to kill. You ain't see him? Kanye told him, I only came to talk to Harvey. You're just lucky to be here. Go back and listen.
No.
Kanye
he
said,
sat there with the slave
he
thing.
put his hands on. He said, listen, I came to talk to Harvey. I didn't even know you was going to be here. And he went about his rant. You talking to the one black man in the room that you could see like that on national TV, my nigga? Like, yo, come on.
So fucking brainwashed Kanye is. Seriously, get back on the Lexapro. And let me tell you, people are saying, oh, it's drugs and blah, blah, blah. Bro, I've done them all. Okay? And I have never, in my highest moment, been like, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck niggas. Oh, wow. Van just hit you up. What did he tell you?
I can't. That's his business to talk about on his show.
Well, you just said, did he tell you what Kanye said?
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot going on, but I'm going to let Van.
He said some cool shit. I listened to Brilliant Idiots, and he said some cool shit about Kanye inviting him to his house for that conversation. And I really fuck with Van because he's like, how could I have gone there after this? Like,
I think he's actually trying to come on the show today. Maybe I have to do another episode after this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But, so, all right.
He's a fucking hero for that shit, bro. You were in a room with people that could have shut you up. Yeah. Seriously. And to just say that off the cuff and be so well spoken.
So eloquent.
Honestly, I think I would have been stuttering from how upset I would have been.
Yeah.
And everything he said was like, boom, boom, boom. Like, there was nothing. I mean, everything was perfect.
I told him, I said, when you said marginalized, I knew it was real. Because
that was the word.
I don't even know how to use that word the way you used it, and it was perfect. It fit. It hit the mark that it was supposed to hit. The 400 years of marginalization or whatever. I was like,
when that nigga said you are morphing into somebody
that's not real.
No. Let me tell you, the white boy I'm fucking was like, thank God for this dude.
Excuse me, I'm just checking this shit. All right,
Yeah,
I love Van for that.
I love
Van for that, and I told him that, and we actually spoke for about. I met him. I was at a little get together, or whatever, and we spoke for about an hour to the side, and he just off the strength. He didn't even know me, and I was just like getting a drink for somebody, and I asked him because everybody was like, "Van, take a picture. Van, do this. Van, this." And I said, "Yo, what's changed?" And he looked at me. He was like, "Yo, the level of people that are hitting my phone." He said, "It's not the amount of people, more so the level, like Jimmy Kimmel." Oprah. He's like, I'm getting calls from people. I was in the back of the room.
You know what? That's so deserving, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so we're only Instagram friends. I think him and Mandy are pretty cool, but we'll talk back and forth about podcasts, and he posts our shit a lot, which I really appreciate. But I, in that moment, was just like, holy shit. Like, when you see someone that black get recognized, and you talk to somebody like that, like Kanye, dude, Kanye is my idol. Was my idol, sorry. I have sold in college my things to afford to go see him. And I'm hurt. And Joe Budden said something on his podcast. He said, we all got to go back now and listen with new Kanye ears. Now when I listen to New Slaves, it kind of fucks with me. I loved that song before. And now it's like, I don't know if I can.
Of it.
I'm so hurt. And a lot of people are blaming Kim. Snoop Dogg posted something like Beyonce wouldn't do this to Jay-Z. I don't think anybody's white wife. Look at Jordan Peele.
I know more. I know more than I know. I know more than I can say. and I'm hoping that these things come out because I've had a conversation with these people, right?
Right.
This is Kanye. And it could get worse. I will say that. It is on the verge of getting worse for Kanye. And you take from what you want from that statement.
I wish it was someone else, man.
I don't want it to go that way because he's already lost his mom. He's already lost his ex. He's already going through all of this other shit. He lost Jay-Z. He lost Beyonce. I don't want it. I don't want it to go any worse.
I started thinking to myself, I said, I wonder if he started talking that shit to Jay-Z and that nigga canceled his ass.
Yo, if you go back and listen to the rants that he did on stage, Kanye's been doing this for a minute. Talking down on Hillary Clinton, let's go back because we've been doing Kanye too long. I don't want to talk about fucking Kanye.
No, you're right. Fuck him.
I'm tired of giving that niggas too much this type of light.
God, I feel stressed.
Yeah, that shit stressed me out. So, can we talk about fucking?
Yeah. I'm on my period, dude. I'm really about to cry. I've been fucking a lot lately.
Give me a second. I want to change the memory card on this thing. Because we're about to get into some real shit.
I was hoping. Let me just tell y'all. I walked in and this nigga got a bag of fruit and it ain't for eating. Yeah. And
we are about to get right.
I already fucked Andrew Schultz on Brilliant Idiots. What could get worse?
Fucked him
with the water bottle. I demonstrated it. I had my feet out in front of Charlemagne and all these people, and 250,000 people have seen it. So, let's do it with your fucking fruit. Let's just eat a mango vagina.
We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Make sure that we can be seen. Are you ready? Okay, so one of the questions that I have, going back to the sex thing, and you were in the sex party with this girl that did a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
Right? I have a problem with a girl that does a lot of fucking.
Does a lot?
She wants to fuck too much, man.
Oh, I don't know.
She wants to fuck.
How is that a young thing?
I don't. Have you ever had somebody that just way too horny?
Yes.
Like, what do you do?
Honestly, the last girl that I was fucking wanted to have too much sex. And I kind of thought because she was like that, she was lying about her orgasms. Because when I come, I could come again.
I said that too.
Really?
I asked her. I'm like, yo, are you coming? She's like, really hard. You didn't see it. You didn't feel it. And I'm just like,
nah.
You can't be... Dog, waking up 2-3 in the morning.
I was annoyed.
Again. It's like,
she would spend 2 hours. Bro, I'm sorry. My hands are tired from finger fucking. I can't do it that much. There was a point where my lips started to get numb. I started making up lies about having work the next day on a Saturday. I was exhausted. I was done.
It gets to a point where I just be scared to actually come over. I just like, yo, can we just talk?
But maybe we're just people that are not that sexually compatible with people with that high of a sex drive. I can't handle that. Now, this girl was only 23, so I thought maybe that has something to do with it. And maybe it was a new thing. I don't get it. I don't fuck that much, bro. I like to come. Let's watch another movie. We might have a little bit of dick before we go to bed, but I don't want it. Save it for tomorrow. I can't. 2 times in a day is a great day to me.
Do you feel the pressure to be great every time you have sex?
Why'd you say me? Because my show?
No. Just period, as a person, as a sexual person. Me, personally,
no.
There are times with people who the person who I'm having sex with now, right? I'm very comfortable with her. So I know sometimes I can just do a lean over quickie or whatever.
Yeah.
There's sometimes, but then there are other people who I feel like I gotta perform. I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta go hard.
Yes. I think that's subject to who you're sleeping with. Person I'm fucking right now, I know there's times he be looking at me and I be like, oh, this is the night that we gonna go ham. Mm-hmm. And there's others where, like I said, we watch Jesus and Marrow and he'll touch my ass and I be like, oh, 10 minutes, nigga. Come on. I be telling him you can fuck me, but I ain't getting on top. I be saying shit like that, but I think that's great. And I think as long as someone knows,
why do y'all do that? Oh, I'm not getting on top. What is wrong with that?
I don't know what it is about getting on top. Bro, I work out 5 times a week and I still get it's a muscle that I can't explain. I don't know if you have ever tried.
I hate it.
Women on top?
The woman that can't get on top.
Oh, I do it.
What do you mean you can't? What do you mean?
It's exhausting. It's a fucking pain I've never felt.
Do you know what the shit that we gotta do?
Honestly, if I had to fuck like a dude, it would feel easier.
Why?
Because it's like a plank. That's okay. But you tell me I gotta get down here and shake my ass at the same time?
In order to make you orgasm, I cannot go all the way to this armpit, right? So we're talking about from head of the fist, if you ball your fist up, all the way to armpit. Most dudes, most black men, I would assume, cannot go all the way here. So you gotta stay right here at the elbow in order for the head to kind of go in right there where it's comfortable, where I'm not banging against your fucking cervix. You know how much restraint that takes to do 150 fucking times?
Your dick must be
before
big.
you fucking orgasm?
I mean,
you gotta stay right here. That takes a lot. Because if I go here, it's too much.
I don't know.
for you.
I think you're making it bigger than it is. There's
it's a thing.
Pussies are like a baseball mound, right? Some like got a little more before you go over the top. Like I'm just saying, there's different grooves in pussies, and like there's a certain way my dude will fuck me where I can like. I know he hit a spot he likes. Mm-hmm. I could feel it too, right? Like it's like you could be giving half dick and you still be like, oh shit. Yes. You just gotta find your spot. So stop complaining, nigga. You get
y'all
pussy.
Spot. Yo, men gotta do a lot of work, man.
I'm not saying you
we
don't.
gotta hold legs up. When the last time you had to hold a leg up? Not saying that you don't. You probably might have to do that. Y'all get freaky. But we gotta hold legs up, still be stroking. Yo, listen. We gotta pick shit up, flip shit over.
Okay,
we gotta do all kind of shit.
Physically.
And y'all can't just get on top where you're sitting.
It's not sitting. First of all, niggas be asking for you to like bounce your ass.
Yes. Make that
and so now I have to twerk and also squat at the same time. Like, that shit is hard, my nigga. I be exhausted. You know, I pulled out my inhaler during sex one time.
I can see it.
I was wheezy as shit.
I've needed one before.
I've needed one before. I was often. Like, excuse me. And here we go. Like, I don't know. It's something with the muscle. But like now that my legs are getting stronger, I can do it. But honestly, like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's just an angle I don't like. And dudes really enjoy when I'm on top. And I kind of feel bad. I get it. Titties in your face. Like, I understand it. But I don't know. I don't feel the pressure. No. Back to your question. With someone that I'm sleeping with regularly because I feel like they know my A game pussy. Mm-hmm. But giving grade A pussy is exhausting all the time, man.
It is.
What's your next one? You got on that long list of fucking shit.
Well, it's not too much. We got a little bit left. I want to know, have you ever dealt with somebody where you didn't like them, but you loved their sex, and it just led you into a place where it was just like you're just fucking with them for sex, but you're dealing with all type of shit that you don't want to deal with? I
know that a lot of women do. Actually, my co-host talks about it all the time. She's like, I don't need to like somebody to like their dick. Mm-hmm. I hate to be the emo bitch, but like I'm really about energy, and like if I'm not fucking with you, I can't have sex with you.
Me too.
It's something about like if I don't like someone's energy or like being around them or don't agree with, like it's like I hate sex. I don't do anymore. Like it's just not fun for me.
There are people
fucking an ex. I can't. Really.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this statement and then I'm gonna play this clip. But I'm really not good at breaking up with people. I'm really not good at telling people, excuse me, I don't want to fuck with you no more. So what I start doing is treating you really bad. I start ignoring your calls, texting you. We gotta be more open. Day. I'm just not good at it. Let me tell
you something. Women really respect when you do. The dude I'm dating now told me he cut a girl off for me, and he said that he didn't even want to do it on the phone. He said she wouldn't meet up with me. She was too busy. He said, so I called her and I said, look, I think you're amazing. I really enjoy my time with you, but I'm seeing someone else. I kind of want to see where this goes, and I don't want to hurt your feelings or lead you on, but I can't dedicate as much time as I was to you because I am involved with someone else. And I still hope that we could be friends at some capacity or it not be weird, but I need to be honest with you and not just shut this off and ignore you. And I didn't believe him. Like, I could not believe it. And he said that she was just like, wow. Because we waste motherfuckers' times. Let me tell you something. You start ignoring me, you know what I think when I really like that dick? I'm going to be like, oh, he busy this week. He busy that next week. He's just too involved with shit. That dick is good, and I ain't giving up. So if you don't fucking shut me out and tell me that.
Yeah, I'm dragging your ass for 2 months.
I'm sorry. Like, I have been dragged, and it has been such a waste of time. I wish men would have done that to me.
Well, you got people that don't know how to take no for an answer. Like this.
Oh, wow. Here you go.
Like this.
Okay, so there's bad dates, and then there's this. This woman in Arizona is accused of sending a guy 65,000 texts. 65,000 texts.
That nigga did.
So police say they connected on a dating app, and when she was rejected, they... got a little weird.
I told him if he ever blocked me, that I would come and move here. So he blocked me. So I came here.
According to police,
oh my God, she's in a jumpsuit.
Found her in his tub, and she even showed up at his work claiming to be his wife. Now the woman's accused of stalking and...
Not angry with him? No. Oh my God, no, I love him so much. I just want to love him so much, that's it. And if he doesn't like it, then I'll go home and I'll love my ex-boyfriend. What am I supposed to do?
I'm shaking right now.
The point of love is to keep giving it. That's the math equation. It's love equals 3.3, which is infinity, times E equals MC squared, which is light. Light is forever.
See, this is white shit. Turn it off.
If love was a number, it would be 3. So it's infinity times light, which is also infinity. It's just forward, forever forward. And if you're selfish, you can't understand that because you want something in return. He's not giving me anything in return, and I still love him anyway. That's what love is. That's what the universe is supposed to be made of.
I am a little freaked out because that's kind of happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain this.
I'm scared listening to it. Like I'm honestly like, oh man, like it's. Do you see my face?
Yeah, you are like fucking.
I'm scared to talk about it because I think that person is still involved with like I know I'm going to post this episode or we're going to take a picture and I'm going to talk about you. And I'm like scared this person will hear it and then that shit really freaks me out because I don't know what you have to do for someone to get there. But that's not leading on. That's like psycho shit.
That dick must have been fucking
What he look
great.
like?
Huh? I don't know. No, you want to find out.
I'm going to tell you what I have done. And I feel like this is basic, normal stalking. Mm-hmm. Look at your ex's page. Maybe see what they doing, look through your tag photos, try to figure out what the fuck you doing. Like, that's normal stalking shit. And any of y'all that be like, oh, that's too much. Bitch, you done it too, ho. We all do that. Click on your niggas, see where you at, because we want to know where you up to. Like, that to me is like normal social media, like modern day, like stalking. But that kind of talk, when it's like delusional.
That nigga shifted something. He shifted something inside of her whole shit.
The uterus is tilted, and so is her head.
The orgasm threw off a couple of her motherfucking genetic molecules, and she just became super different.
That is just a really bad case of like.
She started talking about 3MC squared. Like, come on.
No, that bitch is retarded. But 65,000 texts. How does that work?
I don't know, man.
Think about when your group chat is
He came home and she was in his tub in another state, which has happened to me. I broke up with a chick. I went to Atlanta to get away from her. I'm living in the middle of nowhere.
Stop, please. That just scares me.
I'm living in the middle of nowhere. If y'all know Trey Go Ham, all of y'all know Tremaine Hamilton, my homie, Flash. Y'all know he used to film with me, everything. I'm staying in his crib. The doorbell rings. Nobody knows where I'm at. I'm in Atlanta, in the middle of nowhere. Why is she standing outside? I have not spoken to her since I left Brooklyn.
How long was that?
A week and a half.
Oh, well, no, that's nothing big.
How do you find me? This is before GPS. This is before iPhones. This is me.
That's digging through your emails.
2009.
That's like digging through shit to find out. Like I don't know. That's another level of like. To me, you don't want somebody, and they show you they don't want them. Why are you doing this?
In Atlanta, another one. Stop fucking with Shorty, right? I'm asleep in my room. Shorty pulls up to the crib. Door's locked. I don't know if she couldn't get in, whatever.
Here in this house?
No, in Atlanta.
Oh.
Shorty goes around, hops the fence, goes around the backyard, comes in through the back door.
Don't tell me she was standing over you.
I'm asleep. I wake up. I just feel something. I wake up. She's standing there. Tahoe. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Yo, what the fuck is you doing? She's like, what? She's like, I just wanted to talk to you. You're in my house. You're in my house. What is wrong with you? What does she do? She goes back out the back door, my nigga.
Oh my God.
She didn't even have the wherewithal or sense to whatever the fuck ever to go leave the front to your car. She went back out the back door, my nigga. Closed the door behind her. Hopped back over the fence and got in her car and left. Boy.
You know what? I'm so scared that I'm not going to tell you what happened to me because it was so recent. And I feel like it's just going to egg her on. And
nah, I don't want you to.
I'm terrified. But I will just tell you, it was like a thread of 20 texts in a row where like, I miss you. Why aren't you texting me back? I hate you. You're a whore. shit like that. And it is this thing that happens. My ex used to tell me an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And I think that people with these idle minds, or that don't have enough to do, or that don't have a fucking hobby, they just boom, 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 and keep going. Because I used to do that shit when I was broke, when I didn't have a lot going on, and I worked that retail job. I'd be coming up with stories about niggas. Every time. Like, I really would just be sitting there like, nope, he's definitely with a bitch. And then looking at old pictures on his Facebook, it's that bitch. Like, it just was crazy. And I don't know what that is. Like, it's just something like, busy people don't do that.
Busy people don't do that.
They don't.
You got shit going for yourself, most likely you don't. But I have had people who have had things going for them, do crazy shit.
I guess it's like black people shooting up the school. Like, it's not gonna happen, but there's a chance.
Yeah.
Like, when you watch the news and you hear about a shooting, it's just not gonna be somebody black.
Yeah.
Like, it could be, but nah.
I mean, the sniper was black. The DC sniper.
All right, well, that was 1 out of 107. Let that nigga
I couldn't
go.
believe it. I was like,
Mental health, crazy. All right? We got to start encouraging. Talk space.
I have a story that I want to, I was talking to a friend, and I want to get your advice of, I think this segment, this is our first time I'm going to do this. I'm going to name it, Where Did He Go Wrong?
Oh, I love that idea.
That's the name of this segment, right?
That's every listener letter I got.
He's dating a girl. They haven't done anything. They're friends. They aren't dating. They're friends. Things are getting weird. There's a certain type of energy that he's perceiving. He's not sure. It hasn't been addressed. Until one day she invites him over. She says, can you bring me something to eat? He goes to get something to eat for her. He knows her favorite liquor. He buys it just to give it to her, right? I don't know if he was thinking he was going to stay or whatever. After he gives it to her, she says, he tries to leave. She says, you're not going to drink with me? He's like, all right, cool.
Okay,
remember,
sounds
they're
flirty.
friends, right? They're in her room. Obviously, they're younger or whatever. She's in her room.
What do you mean, obviously, they're younger?
I don't know. Maybe if most people would have been in the living room.
I mean, I don't know. I live in a studio. It's New York City, nigga. So
Okay,
the kitchen is my room.
Situation like that. It's a situation like that.
Okay.
Right? So they're in her room. She has the Netflix open on her bed. When they walk in, she was already in her bed. He sits in the chair. She sits on the bed. She's eating her food. She's drinking her liquor. And she says, you don't have to sit over there. Come sit on the bed. He's like, okay.
Please don't tell me some Me Too shit. Go ahead.
Right? He obviously starts getting comfortable, hunching up. They're somewhat cuddling. His hand goes around the front. He starts playing with the panty line, with the finger. Reaches up under the shirt.
Oh, I already know where he went wrong. You don't even need to finish.
Wait. Reaches up under the shirt. Bloop. Pops one of the titties out. Starts to suck the titty. She pulls the bra down. Shirt back down. He chills. They start cuddling a little bit more. His hand comes back around. When his hand comes back around, she lifts her shirt, takes the bra up, exposing both. He goes for it. Both hands on both titties. He's sucking this, that, and the other. She pulls the bra back down, shirt back down. He's like, yo, what's going on? Like, she says to him, what do you want from me? He's like, I want you. Like, obviously, I want you. I'm here. We're here. I want you.
Is this you?
Hell no.
Oh, because you're in detail. Like,
I remember everything, and I've been waiting to tell you this story.
Okay.
So I had remembered specific points because there are points here that I need to know, right? After they get to that point, it gets uncomfortable. He leaves.
Okay. And she texts him and says what?
They don't talk for some time. As a matter of fact, I believe they talk maybe 2 days later. And she asks him, you don't think what you did was wrong? Where did he go wrong?
All right. We need to have a huge conversation about consent talk, and we're going to talk back and forth, and I'm going to role play with you. Because I had it for my first time with the guy I'm dating, and I am mind blown at how sexy he made it. And I wish other people would have did that to me. At a point in time when I was younger and was confused. And it's funny because you said younger. How old?
I want to say 32. I say young. I'm
okay.
43.
A lot of women are not vocal enough to express when they just want to play around and kiss and touch. And that's it. And people are not vocal enough about what they want and how far they're going to go because they're worried that it's going to throw off the mood. So I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and then me and you going to try it. Mm-hmm. I got drunk. It was the third date. I call him Jeeves on my show because he's smart, right? AskJeeves.com. Mm-hmm. We go out, and I made I said something like, do you have something to do in the morning? And he's like, no, why? And I was like, okay, because I want him to sleep over. I get wasted.
It's lit.
It's 4 a.m. He comes upstairs. I'm stumbling in my apartment. And he says to me, like, I take my shirt off. I have a bra on. I'm drinking water. And he's like, I really want to come over there, but I want to make sure you're comfortable. I was like, yeah, you can come over here. So he starts kissing me, and he says, can I take my shirt off? Is that okay with you? I was like, yeah. We're kissing more. And I'm lifting my waist up. Like I want him to touch me down there. Mm-hmm. And then he touches my stomach and he goes, is it okay if I put my hands lower on you? Like, would you like that? Or I could stop. And I was like, yeah, I would like that. So
this nigga's annoying me. Like he's annoying the fuck out of me.
That shit ain't annoying. That shit is hot. So
no, it ain't.
He takes my jeans off.
I know mad chicks that have been like, yo, this nigga. If you
but you have to. So let me tell you, he takes my jeans off, and he says, we're kissing more, and we're like playing around, and he says, is it okay if I take your panties off? Can I go down on you?
I'm not doing all that.
And I said, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
will you eat me out already?
He starts eating my pussy. And
is it all right if I put my tongue
nigga,
in?
let me tell you something.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
fucking drunk as shit. And I'm like,
well, if you're drunk, then you can't consent.
Well, hold on. I sit back up on my bed, and then he says to me, I'm totally cool. Like, if you just want to like kiss and touch and like you let me know what you want to do. Like, I'm cool, whatever. Just him saying that made me feel more comfortable because I started getting drunker and drunker as he was going down on me and I'm going around my bed. Yeah. And I didn't really know if I was going to be a good fucker if I really wanted to anymore. Right. To hear those words, to take that pressure off.
Take me.
That was take me. But also, men aren't saying that enough to ease our pressure of not knowing what's going to happen. Right? And the problem is we just kind of assume when we're in bed and kissing that this can happen. Whatever happened to just kissing? And we kind of feel like because we're older, that's bullshit, or we shouldn't play these games. You know, me and Mandy got into an argument about this. She was like, you don't need to be coming over my house late night and kissing. Like, women have the right to decide that they've changed their minds, and we don't give women enough credit for that. If I invite you over, Tahoe, and you come over to my house and we're having drinks, and maybe I think I want to fuck you, but I'm not sure, I'm allowed to like get nervous and maybe want to wait. You know, maybe I could just kind of feel like it's not right.
Yes, absolutely.
And we don't give girls credit to do that. And so what was very attractive to me about the consent talk is that he knew I invited him upstairs. He knew I was drunk, but also was just like, he found a sexy way to do it. Like, can I take my panties off? Can I taste you? There's other ways of saying shit.
I said it already. In this world, a woman cannot give consent if she's drunk. She can't. If she wakes up tomorrow and says, I was drunk and you knew I was drunk, it doesn't matter how much consent she gave him. He raped her. In this world, especially if you're a black man.
I highly doubt that people are asking women that are tipsy if they're okay with it. I mean, it's happened, but
it happened to you. You just happen to like him.
Yes, but I happen to say yes.
You happen to say yes.
You know how many times I've been drunk and I'm not going to say today it's happened because I think I'm way more vocal. But like in my fucking college days, shit, when me and Mandy was hanging back then in the Miami days, like I went to a nigga house drunk just because I was there and like probably didn't. If he would have said, do you want me to do this? I'd have been like, can we wait till the morning? I would 100% said that shit. Not right now. Can we just watch this movie? Do you know, if someone would have asked me, I probably would have said it. And I'm not going to say that I've ever been assaulted in that way or anything, but I've definitely been more coerced into doing things without being asked. And there's nothing that's going to turn you off from asking. Bro, when that dude said, can I take your panties off and taste you? Can I go down on you? I thought that shit was sexy.
Yeah, but she's also, is also drunk as shit.
Dude. I remember.
I know chicks that ain't drunk and would have been like, if this nigga don't just go ahead, yes, do it.
I'm sorry. I disagree. I think it's a very fucking nice thing to ask someone if they can touch you here or there.
You're a woman, you know, I got to listen to you.
But that's the thing, though. We fucking really act like consent is an embarrassing thing
when
to talk about.
When did it become a thing?
The first of all, the first fucking time that it's always been a thing.
I don't ever remember.
Get the fuck out of here! You telling me women that haven't fucking been out here getting raped and assaulted and shit like that? No, they just hadn't have a voice about it. So here's where your friend went wrong, and I'm gonna tell you where.
Thank you.
When she pulled the fucking shirt down the first time, the second time that she pulled it back up, he should have asked her if it was okay to do that. He should have been like, "Oh, can I do this again with you? Are you cool with that?" I've had niggas do that to me. Like, you good? Can I? He should have said it. First of all, she's already showing you one time that she wasn't sure. You should have. I've had niggas when I thought I was being teasing and like playful, and I've kind of pulled away. They'd be like, "Oh, nah, if you like, I don't want to if you're not good with this." I have had dudes completely back away and get off of my bed when I've done that. Because
that's what I would do.
And that's what he should have did.
That's what I do.
I'm gonna pull something up really quick.
I back away.
Yes.
The minute you start acting like that,
you asking me where he went wrong.
I am not pressing you. I'm not pressuring you no more.
Because you already know. So it's a conversation.
We're not doing that. Well, I do it because first of all, listen, I ain't just gonna be out here looking like it's not that looking like a fiend. It's like I'm not.
It's not fiendy at all.
Being extra like horny on you. If you're showing me uncomfortable, bet I'm good. Let's just watch TV. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm not a kid. We're not gonna play this game.
Thank you.
Like that,
niggas
I need
do that
you
shit.
to want this as much as I want it. If not, I don't want it. I don't want it.
What I'm pulling up right now, by the way, the sex party that I went to sent to Code of Conduct. Mm-hmm. And they have an article about enthusiastic consent. Mm-hmm. And it says how to ask for sex. And I want to just jot through it really quick because me and him both read it. Right. Why is it so difficult to ask for sex? Boom. You're watching too much porn. Pornography consumption is on the rise. 96 billion spent. Porn sites receive more regular traffic than Netflix, Amazon, and Twitter combined each month. Watching too much porn and in all those billions of hours, consent is rarely mentioned. Second thing, nobody taught you how to ask for consent. Third, fear of rejection. No one likes rejection. Thinking someone that we're interested in may say no just sucks. And because of this, we don't want to practice consent. So we do implied consent, which is body language or nonverbal clues to decide if someone is down to clown. The fourth one, implied consent isn't the right way to ask for sex, which is what we've all fucking thought.
That's what we have always done.
And I really fucking love that the first one they mention is you're watching too much porn. And that's the fucking truth. We just kind of think sex is like this. We just kind of assume all women are horny for us and like this shit, and it's not fucking right. And that implied shit I have been doing and reciprocating with other men that they've done to me. That was the first man that's really asked me the whole way through. And I was like so mind blown from it and couldn't believe that I have this sexually liberating fucking podcast and never had someone ask me if I was okay.
Does he have to continuously do that going forward?
No, but now he does do it when it comes to playing with my ass. And
okay, I do that too.
He's asked me that,
somewhat.
and he's asked me a few times.
I always ask a chick if she wants me to sodomize her before I do it.
I mean, not fucking my ass.
Well, any
but like even going down on, like.
Oh no! If I'm gonna stick my tongue in, that's just me.
Yeah, but like,
that's on me.
I ain't gonna lie to you, niggas. Sometimes I don't want that shit.
I was about to say something that's gonna get me in trouble. I was about to be like, I don't give a fuck. I do it for me, not you. Just spread them.
But that's the thing. Like, we have to make sure we do that, and so I really appreciate that shit because, like, I think that it's just a proper way to fucking do things now. And I think that women really appreciated it. It was more of a turn on for me. I really find it hard to believe that some girl will be completely turned off.
Do you think that there are women out there, right? Because as a man, you're supposed to know these universal codes, but I don't think there is a universal code for every woman. Do you think there are women out there that do like being, I don't want to say manhandled, but...
Not the first time. Sure. I'm one of them. Are you kidding me? You've not listened to my show? I think you've been on it when I told you.
So if
not the first time.
It's not the first time.
Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. I had sex on, what was it, a day ago? He had his belt around my neck, and I told him to put it on my neck. I said, go get your belt. And I think he thought he was going to spank me. I said, put it around my neck and pull on that shit while you're fucking me.
My dick would have got so soft.
Nigga, I fucking love that shit. But that's
my shit would have been like, boom.
But that's what I'm into, right? Like, I'm into like BDSM in that way.
My shit would have been like, boom. I said,
why?
My shit might have hopped out.
Choke chicks?
I'm just scared to death of shit like that. I've had a chick tell me, choke me. I choke, and she said, choke harder. She stopped me and said, I want you to choke me until I turn blue.
Okay, I don't know about that.
I said, what?
But
my shit was like, boom.
That's the thing, though. Not everybody is like used to practicing that kind of sex. So
you turn blue. You're fucking black. You know how hard on that.
I ain't never turned blue. But I have tapped out, like when it gets too tight, I like tap the arm. And he's good with my cues and shit like that. But I will say this, that manhandling shit, absolutely not. Do you remember when we interviewed Marcus Black from Love and Hip Hop? Did you ever hear that one? So this dude from Love and Hip Hop, I don't watch it, but he was flirting with me and getting at me the whole episode. And then when he found out that I liked sex like that, he was totally turned off. He started telling me he couldn't believe niggas was treating me like this and blah, 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 blah. I said, first of all, you think you about to take me home and fuck me like that? You earned the right to fuck me like that. You're not just about to fucking put your hands on my throat or call me a bitch or spit and do whatever. No, that is something that women are supposed to ask for. And that's the funny thing about people always shitting on submissive women. You own all the control. I have never had a man do things like that to me that I haven't asked for. And if they have, I never slept with them again. Or it was a serious conversation. I can't even remember one that I've slept with again. I have never had a man choke me, put their hands around my neck that I didn't ask for it with. I've never had to do spit on my pussy or spit on me without, like, that has to be a fucking talk. That's a lot of degrading kind of sex. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to throw me on put your hands on me like that. No, we need to talk about that. Like, that's a fucking conversation. And if we don't, the first time should absolutely not be like that. So assuming that because a woman might like to be manhandled is the fucking problem. That is way too abrasive. And like, hell fucking no.
How many women have, if you had 100% women, right? Say we started 100%. How many of them have had an inappropriate first time sexual encounter in your mind?
I don't know, but I've read 1 in 4 in every women have been sexually assaulted or raped. So I can only assume a great amount. I mean,
if there's, you got to think about it. There's
inappropriate
never
content
been, I would say like 90%. If you're telling us that we're always supposed to ask for consent and always supposed to be worried about what she feels rather than creeping the back of her bra, taking the back of her bra off without her knowing, click, click, just hitting the button, letting the shit come
But that's the thing. That's what we're not talking about. And like, this is why it's going to be a great day and age 20 years or 30 years or 50 years from now, because people will start to, you're going to teach your sons this now.
Yeah, but just so that they don't get locked up. It's like, it's just like, like you can't just do anything anymore. They're going to say some shit.
But that's, dude, we need it to be like this. It's going to be a fucking less amount of women getting assaulted. It's unfair to say that we're going to sit here and like really, now I got to teach it so my fucking boys don't get locked up. No, you have a daughter? Yes. We got to fucking teach them that shit. Yes. So the same cycle will happen with her, that men will treat her like that so that she won't feel forced to do something like that for her first time. I remember my first time giving someone oral sex. Like, I didn't want to do it.
That's crazy.
Like, I wasn't ready to do it. I wasn't forced, but like, I just really remember not being ready. And like, he just kept kind of like pulling it out and like putting it near my face.
You
and
know
like,
what this conversation just makes me think? I'm sorry. I mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It's so, the way we get pussy is wild and inappropriate.
Yeah.
I just thought about it. I was just thinking, like, once you looked at me, like, I started processing what I said. And I was just like, you want to be able to assault women or take it without asking. Like, what's the difference just asking them? Like, what if they want to give it to you? What's the difference?
I really want you to try this with the next woman that you with. I think that we are so not used to being communicative because it feels very like pussy.
Well, women, yeah, I'm about to say some crazy
No,
shit.
seriously, men. Next woman that you meet, like when you take her home, be like, yo, I'm really enjoying kissing you. Like, can I touch you here? Just fucking say that. Just fucking say it. Like, can I? Do you know how sexy it could be if you really get in the vibe that a woman wants to fuck you?
50 Shades of Grey.
Do it and just be like, can I put my hand like down your panties? Can I touch your pussy? Can I fucking do this? Can I put my mouth here? She don't like that shit.
That really does sound sexy.
Okay, but at first when I said it, you said no.
No, now that I think about me doing it, like, can I touch you there? Can I touch you here?
That shit is hot as fuck, nigga.
I can't wait now.
Right? Yo,
like,
do this shit with the bitch you fucking with.
Yeah, all right, this shit.
Let me tell you, because
do you mind if I put my tongue in here? Can I do it here?
I mean,
this is great.
Dude, it can be hot as fuck.
Yeah, if you switch it.
I'm telling you, that's all it is a fucking game. Because if you really remember when he said, do you want me to stop? Or like, can I do this? And I was like, okay, yeah, give me a minute. And he was like, okay, well, you let me know when you want more. That's what he said. And I had to ask.
Yeah.
And like that shit, if it could be my new narrative with sex, I would love it. I actually did it with the next girl that I slept with, and like she was so excited about it. She actually told me no for one part of it though.
You know, she did?
Yeah.
For what? We
were kissing. I was licking her pussy, and I asked if I could finger fuck her, and she's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay. And she told me after, thank you for asking. But yeah, she was like, sometimes, like I'll do it because like it feels like a part of it, but I don't really like that.
Yeah, a lot of chicks don't like fingers. Then other chicks like all your fingers.
But you know how we normally find that out? When we start to do it and chicks like, no.
Yeah, they pull your hand out.
Why the fuck didn't I ask before?
Just doing what I thought you would. A lot of people expect you to have sexual expertise, so you do what you think you should do.
The nigga upstairs and they said, can I stick my fingers inside of you? I remember that when he was going down on me and I was like, hell the fuck yeah, nigga!
All of them. All of them. Ball them into a fist when you get in there.
Oh man. I'm glad we had this conversation because I really hope that like I hope people are like open to it. I hope people enjoy that and like it.
From a guy to the fellas that's listening, and Travis, the show is I know he's gonna have all the shit to say. If you don't know, we speak about these topics on Twitter, hashtag So Shameless Podcast, and one of my fans who loves it, one of my listeners who loves the show, he breaks down every bit of the show. So if you pay attention tomorrow or Wednesday, he will have a breakdown of everything. It's the show, CHAUX, the show. But to the men listening, we, and me included, even into this conversation, we really just have an unhealthy way of looking at women and the way we handle them. And it's not that it minimizes our effectiveness as men. We're just talking about making them feel comfortable and be respected. I don't think that any woman would feel like so thrown off by you saying, yo, do you mind? Can I do this? It almost puts a little bit more power or control in her hands.
Or saying, would you like it?
She would mind giving it to you. Rather than that uncomfortable situation where you don't know if you're about to get some pussy or not. So you try to force yourself to get it.
Can I tell you something that just came in my mind? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
A lot of times, just like you mentioned, that woman said, what do you want from me? Is that what you said she said? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if you asked somebody if they would enjoy if you would do this? Mm-hmm. Would you like it if I touched you? Like, do you want me to? Mm-hmm. You letting me have the fucking choice instead of me feeling like I have to do this. You know? That's how women feel a lot of the time.
I don't want to introduce this into the situation. What I am going to do it, right? Just for the guys who are like, come on, Tyler, keep it real. When the question came to me, what did he do wrong? What I said was, you shouldn't have left outside. I said to him, you shouldn't have left. She wanted to play games with you until 5 a.m. You would have probably hit. As soon as the sun started coming up, you'd have probably finally started getting some pussy.
You said he should have left.
I said he shouldn't have left. I said she wanted to play games. She didn't want to just give you the box. Y'all had been friends for so long. She felt it was going too fast. That wasn't the type of time she was on. She wanted to think about it. She wanted to make sure that you were secure. And the reason she was bothered wasn't that you tried. It was that you gave up immediately and left. Like all you was there
said
for,
that?
all you was there for was some pussy. I said, well, you shouldn't have left. You should have showed her that you was down for it, that you wasn't really just there for some pussy, and you left. A lot of women, you don't think, okay, if we put consent, right, into the hands of a woman that isn't sure, a lot of times, a lot of these first encounters wouldn't happen that time.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because men force themselves on it. Women start saying, all right, I don't want to play these games. I shouldn't be here. I'm here at his house. It's 2 a.m.
Yes.
I have to give him some pussy. I have to do something. I'm going to just suck his dick. Fuck it. I'm going to let him finger me. Fuck it. All right, let him give me some, fuck him. Fuck me. Fuck
That's been me.
Right? It happens.
I have come to a nigga's house to just chill. And then I start to feel bad that I'm there that late. Yeah. And I'd be like, well, if I sleep over in the bed with him.
I start telling bitches, don't come over here unless you give me some pussy.
You should.
I don't want to play
if that's
games.
what it is.
We can meet at a bar. You're just not just gonna.
I love when niggas tell me that.
I don't want to play that.
Let me tell you, I have told dudes I wouldn't fuck him for that. Like I'd be like, I had a dude actually say, I asked him if he wanted to come up and smoke. This was on a second date off of Tinder, and he was like, the black dude. He was like, you really want to smoke with me? I was like, yeah, and he was like, you know what? I don't even want to disrespect you like that, so I'm not gonna come up. And I appreciated that so much because I don't know if the innocence in me really was ready for more.
Right.
I was just having fun with him and it was 1 a.m. and I wasn't thinking because I'm really out. Oh, whatever.
He gets some pussy. He been in that situation before. So he know how to handle it. He don't want to force himself on nobody. He's like, yo,
Right.
this ain't even right. When you ready, you gonna tell me you're ready.
To me, a lot of people told me, a lot of friends were saying things like, that nigga rude as shit.
Nah.
And
that
I was
nigga
like, bro,
he know he gonna get some pussy.
To me, that was more respectful than anything.
Yeah. He know how to get some pussy.
Yes.
He know how to get.
And you know why he was a little bit hot
him.
to me? Because I was just like, he didn't even need it. He wasn't that thirsty. He was like, I don't need to fuck that bad. Then I'm just about to sit here and like try to wait for it to happen. And I feel like he was like, I can't be in that space with her if I really want that pussy that bad.
Right.
That to me is so honest and so open, and like you gotta kind of, you have to.
Okay. Here we are at the end of the show. Right? So I saved this portion of the episode to the end.
Because it's fucking messy.
It's about to get messy.
So I'm going to show you things with my hands only.
Wait.
I'm not putting my mouth on this shit.
Wait.
Ain't about to make a meme out of me.
Yeah, we're going to put your mouth on this thing, girl. I'm going to ask you if you like it. I went to your live show, and you have another live show, as you said already. You're having another live show in Atlanta, and you just announced
Atlanta on Saturday, yeah.
This Saturday. So this episode will be out. So if you're in Atlanta and you're a So Shameless podcast listener and you're in Atlanta, please go see Weezy and Mandy at the Whoreible Decisions podcast. And that's WHOREIBLE podcast.
Just type in horror, will pop up.
Right. Or it'll pop up. But I was at the first one. And you and Mandy had a
impromptu
dick sucking contest.
I don't know who said that shit.
As a matter of fact, I believe I have the clip. So if you're watching on YouTube, that's So Shameless podcast on YouTube. If you're watching, I'm about to insert the clip.
Cool.
And Miss Weezy, who is such an expert, and I thought would do such a great job.
I'm a gagger. What the fuck is wrong with that? Everybody shaded me for that. Niggas love that shit when I do it on a dick, though.
No, I love that. I do love it. Like,
right,
you're trying to kill yourself on my shit. Like, who wouldn't love that?
Right. So what the fuck was the big deal that I did at the show?
You can't gag on a banana in a dick sucking contest, though. Like, that doesn't win you no points. You don't get no points for that. I just stuck it all the way to the back of my throat. By the way, I blame my mother for that happening, and I'm going to tell you why. My mom is helping us set up the live show, and she's like, it's just too barren right now. Like, let's get something out here. Let's get some flowers. I was like, I don't want no fucking flowers. She's like, well, then let me go get bananas. Great idea. Mm-hmm. She sits bananas on the table. And here you are, two fucking hoes with bananas in the middle of us. What else are we gonna do? You know, suck them shits. Well, first of all, I need you to redeem yourself.
All right.
Well, and
I don't know if I can do it all the way. I'm feeling really shy.
I actually bought you some regular bananas. I'm going into my bag.
Oh my God.
We bought you some regular bananas.
I just want to get out of here, man. I'm putting an alarm on.
And
I am putting an alarm on. This cannot last more than 10 I'm getting the fuck out of here. I got work tomorrow.
A cucumber. It's curved, y'all. The cucumber.
They're both curved. It's just the cucumber has more girth.
Yeah, the cucumber is really hard.
The cucumber actually looks more like the dick I'm fucking right now.
Whoa. Nigga. But it's like
nigga.
Now, if you're sucking a banana, I would assume that you have a lot more room, agility.
How about this?
There. Are we gonna show? Instead of you saying,
let's do this. This would make me more comfortable. I don't know if I could do a full on blowjob on these fruit right here, but I would like to show you 3 tricks that I've been doing.
Wash off this cucumber.
Oh, that's really sweet of you.
Sorry.
I want to.
I'm asking them to do consent.
I want to show you like 3 different tricks that I've been doing while sucking dick that I think are really making it great.
Is that right?
Go ahead.
A towel. I got a towel.
What is that? Your fucking cum rag?
Yeah, got you a big ass cum rag for you.
Okay.
Go ahead. So we're giving off
There's something that I've been doing that I notice is driving this nigga nuts, and I love it.
Technique.
Yes.
Because I have had some bad technique recently. And it's just like, come on now.
I used to spend a lot of time up here. And now I've been sucking dick from the side. And something that I do is I'm taking... Get out of here! He's bringing the camera close to y'all, and I just can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even have makeup on. If I'm going to fucking do a porno, I need to have makeup on.
Let's go.
Yo. Tahoe is holding the camera right now.
Let's go, baby.
Is this how Paris Hilton and Ray
Let's go, baby.
All right.
Damn, she holding the shit out that cucumber.
So you take your teeth, close your teeth, right? Use your teeth as a different type of feeling on the dick. And when you're sucking it, you just take it and do it like this against your teeth.
Holy shit.
So you start from the bottom, and once you get up here, the frenulum, that thing between the middle, the head and the shaft, that's when you like stop with the teeth and use your tongue. So you start with your teeth, rub it, keep your lips open so you can still feel it. And then once you get here, you lick.
No, keep going, baby.
I feel like I'm sucking
You got me in the zone.
But like take your teeth and like put it up against your wrist, and you'll feel that it's like a different sensation. The other thing that I do, because of the frenulum, I like when I'm going down on someone, and not a lot of men like hands, but I feel like they are so using. You take your hands where the frenulum is, put some pressure on it, and pull from there when you're sucking dick. So like you could be pulling down. They can't hear me. This is the audio podcast.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, you about to get them views up now. So you push down with your left hand if you're a righty, and with your right hand you pull up. So this is going down and this is going up.
Yes, that
right?
is dope technique.
So
I love that.
You're feeling like the blood rush down and up at the same time while your mouth is on it. The same time. Don't forget to suck. I think a lot of us, when we suck dick, forget to suck. We just do this. Actually, suck a dick.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's nothing.
They don't call it a blow job for nothing.
It's a job.
The last
Get to
one,
work.
The last one I'm trying to think of. All right, so the dude I've been fucking really likes this, and I've never had anyone ask me for it, and it's really weird. He likes me to take my tongue and push it away from his, like push his dick the other way. So he'll tell me to like push my tongue really hard, like pushing his dick down.
Oh, okay.
And apparently when you push it down, it gives this like, I don't know what kind of sensation it gives, but yeah, you push your tongue against it to where the dick is pushing away more like towards their chest, and it like gives a different sensation. And if you're opposite, like doing a 69, then you push it down and it goes downward.
Let's see what you got with that banana though.
What do you mean?
I want you to beat the banana. The banana beat you last time. This time, you beat the banana.
I'm not sucking the banana, but I will tell you one fucking reason why I did it. When your mouth is getting dry, if you take it and you hit it all the way to the back of your throat, spit automatically comes out.
Yes.
Right? Just
yes.
like if
I always tell chicks that if your mouth is dry,
I'm just gonna
get it all the way to the back.
Because if it hits your tonsils, or even if you don't have tonsils, spit is just gonna come out, and it. Why you got me doing it? See, you should have asked me.
Go for it. Just go for it, baby.
Ask
got
me
it
for
in your hand
consent
already.
first.
This is what I had to do when I was younger. Like, you got it in your hand already. Just go for it. Let me see.
All right. So you take it, and I can't believe I'm letting this happen to me. It's the pressure. So you take it, and you let it hit the back of your throat real quick, and when you come up, there's a bunch of spit. What?
Yeah.
Now there's spit. You're a dick. Now you try. All right.
Battery just died. Son, the battery is about to die. She really bit that motherfucker.
All right. I'm going to show you some tricks on the mango really quick, and then we're done.
I really want you to show me. I was actually going to ask you to. We have a mango here.
Now, I'm not going to like show you some eating pussy tricks, but there's something I've been learning new. I talked about it on my show. It's called the labia massage. And I don't really know how to explain this to y'all on a mango right now, but we're going to pretend that the edge of this mango is the clit.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, my God.
See if I
can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay, while it's on.
Did it go on YouTube?
Yes, there we go.
I'm eating the banana, y'all. I'm so sorry. All right. Labia massage
She just over there eating and shit.
is the so just think of like the outer skin, or like the whole vagina, right? So like the outer lips. So here's the clit in the middle. You take your two fingers to massage the clit. Now here's what it feels like. When you're rubbing a clit with a finger, it feels good, but only your clit is stimulated. If you use the lips and do it with the clit, like this, to where the skin of the lips is massaging the clit, now here, my lips that have nerves and my clit, everything is going crazy. So you take your hand, here's the clit in the middle.
I'm loving this.
And you're using the lips to massage the clit. So literally the only thing that you're feeling is nerve on top of nerves on top of nerves instead of just the clit.
So wait up, what are you massage? So you're just using your fingers right now?
I'm using, yeah. Now you can eat like the pussy whole while you do it, but here it is. So this is the labia massage. Your lips are here and your and the clit is right here. So you take your fingers, the man or woman, whatever, and you push the lips onto the clit. So now where this is getting stimulated, this is stimulated, and this is stimulated. It is like driving people crazy. I told people how to do it on my show. I think you can look it up on Pornhub. If y'all are asking me for a video, I don't know what it is. But it was done to me, my nigga. When he did that shit to me, I said, who the fuck else you did this shit to? And that's when I was like, you want to be my boyfriend?
Word?
I'm just playing. But it was amazing. I orgasmed so fucking hard. And
so
and honestly,
use your shit to push it in. Now, can you do it with both fingers and suck the clit? Or is that too much going on where it won't work on the clit no more?
you could, I guess. But it's honestly like, it's about stimulating everything. And a lot of times, like, we're always rushing, which is why some girls, they're doing this all the time and they're not being slow. It's not fun anymore. Like, you got to take some time. Foreplay is what gives the biggest orgasm. So,
all right, hold on.
what else you getting?
Wait, I'm gonna hold on 1 second.
You got a pocket pussy?
No, I wish I did. No, I don't wish I did, but whatever.
By the way, Tahoe's studio is in his apartment, and the door is open to the bedroom right now, and this nigga looks like he damn near going under the goddamn bed. So I don't know what he getting. What you about to pull out?
I'm just pulling out this extension cord so that you guys can see me try to eat pussy.
Okay.
Because I want to.
Is there a reason you wanted me to talk about this?
Yes, because I need help, man. I'm struggling, and Cuddy originally told me, yo, bro, whatever you're doing is not lit. Whatever you're.
Why does Cuddy think you're not eating good pussy?
Well,
Because nobody asked you for it?
because when I'm doing it, they tell me to stop, come in and fuck them.
She right.
Right? You really bust that fucking banana down, by the way.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. There is some dudes that eat my pussy so well that I want them to fuck me. But your dick game is probably just better than your head game.
My dick game is way better. I know that. And it's pretty consistent.
But it shouldn't be like that for like, especially when men have good dick. It sucks that like you don't want head from them. So, okay.
All right.
Actually, let's use your hand and then you do it on my hand. So here's the clit. Here it is again. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm using the lips to massage the clit. So now the clit is feeling like...
I feel that. I love that. But I do that already.
No, you probably don't.
I do that.
You don't do it enough.
I think it drives women crazy.
Well, the
when
thing
you
is
play
like...
with the whole pussy, it drives them crazy.
Well, you have all this blood flow, right? And like we're always doing it to dicks, but we're not doing it enough. And we're not doing it with a purpose. Another thing, to start with a labia massage, like... leading up to it, you need to massage even the inner thighs, like the groin. Like let them know that you're coming closer to touching their pussy. I don't know if like when someone's fucking me and they start to pull my pussy apart and it feels like it's stretched, like with their hands and they're fucking me and they open my pussy, it's driving me crazy because now I'm feeling more nerves get touched. So like it just pushes. It's almost like edging. And for those of you who don't know what edging is, it's like getting closer and closer, but stopping. So like it's just getting closer and not knowing where someone's gonna touch, right? If you ask for consent, all right. you massage the groin.
Do you want some Hennessy?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
Sorry.
You really trying to get me stuck shit out here?
Listen, no problem. I just
No, I'm good.
not trying to get you drunk. You said you was on your period already, so it wouldn't even be.
Oh, well now I'm showing you these dick sucking skills. You like fuck that shit, bitch. Your mouth ain't bleeding, cause that's the nigga answer. No, but you massage the inner thighs because the blood flow starts moving up there and you get everything kind of going up there. Now, to me, I don't really even need to be licked because I'm enjoying that so much. And sometimes like fingering just isn't always working.
Right.
I think some people like poke too much or they just have no like rhythm to what they're doing. But the labia massage is amazing and you orgasm so intense. Even if you do
That's just kind of fingers. That's not your mouth.
It's not even your fingers. It's just her skin going against her skin. It's just using
You're
your
just
hands.
manipulating
just doing a different
the
way. Now he was doing that and then going down on me, but I didn't even need the tongue.
Great.
You could also.
Now, I know that feels great.
Yes.
I know that feels.
Can you
great.
imagine someone doing that to you?
Especially if you got a fat pussy. If you got fat pussy, like, if you got a skinny pussy, I don't know if it's gonna work that well. If you got a skinny pussy, because a lot of chicks has just got like that a wall and then the clit. It's like there's nothing there. You gotta like kind of find.
They still have nerve endings in there. There's like, I think, whatever it is for men is like 5 times that shit.
Hashtag So Shameless podcast if you have a fat pussy, by the way.
So everybody just hashtag it. I mean,
yeah, just so you know, I know that does feel.
It should
good,
be So Shameless
hashtag
FP or some shit. Like designate
FP.
the shit, nigga.
Yeah, so you don't really gotta say it out loud, right?
Right.
So what did we say? What's the code word for fat pussy? Hamburger.
That's disgusting. Yo, by the way, somebody wrote
Big
in my
Mac?
inbox. I'm actually getting kind of annoyed with this, and I'm trying not to get there. But this girl wrote me, and I guess I was on an episode talking to Jessie Wu, you know, the Haitian girl who'd be like, sister.
That's the homie. That's
She's
the
so
homie.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
She says on my episode something about like,
I think she's gonna be on in 2 weeks. Actually.
oh my, bro, she is such a good time. I wish I had video feed for her. She was hilarious. She was one of my favorite guests. And she said, I said something to her about like, oh yeah, she had a pretty little flower pussy where it's like tucked in.
Mm-hmm.
And some girl said, oh, you be out here pussy shaming. And I'm like so fucking tired of like always having to be on edge. Okay, we little dick shame apparently. I'm pussy shaming now because I like a tucked in pussy.
Well, when you got a mic, and I've learned that, especially with the episode with your co-host, you just got to be careful what you say to people. You just do like, and if you're gonna be even if you like unapologetic, you still got to be mindful of the things that you say that can be hurtful, especially if you care what they think. So it's just like
I hate that
sometimes
I
you just
have
gotta
to do this,
got
man.
to. If we have the power of this mic,
made someone feel bad. I hate it, but then I'm also kind of tired of it. If I start doing that and censoring myself, I'm gonna fuck everything up, man. I'm not gonna be able to talk how I want.
I've learned that too, but I also learned that you still gotta be respectful.
I didn't think that was disrespectful to say it like a tucked in any pussy. And let me tell you something. I know for a fact when I'm like watching porn and someone has like a more of like where the clit sticking out, niggas love that shit. Mm-hmm. They be talking about how they like a big clit, they like putting their mouth on it, they like looking at like a larger vulva. Like people like that shit. So what's wrong with me for wanting big dicks and any pussies? I don't get it.
Well, if you little dick shame, then I don't know.
Oh yeah, a dude told me we were little dick shaming, and he was like, "I'm not gonna listen anymore." And I was like, "Well, dude, fuck you and that little dick, bro. I ain't the only one. What the fuck else?"
Well, what about
it's just like the white people that be like, "Oh,
do you realize there's millions of dudes out there that don't feel like they shit compares? Their shit is so fuck them. They're just bad people."
I'm not saying that. Of course, I'm not saying
that.
All
right. So then when you think about it, if you want me to think about
personal and be hurt, like you're telling me
if you want me to think about chicks and what
fuck
they go
them
through,
niggas. You know how many bitches is out here talking about and I gotta get my body done because men make me feel less worthy. I gotta do this to my hair, nigga. You can hear some shit. Women out here, I literally listen.
So
my titties ain't
now.
real. You fucking felt them up in my show.
Women. Oh yeah, I saw the
now.
picture.
Let me tell you, they make me feel.
I'm gonna make that picture. No, I'm not.
Bleep my nipple out.
Yeah, I would. And put the happy face.
I don't care. Do that. So
that's going to be the cover of this show.
Now, I did get my titties for me, but I can't tell you truthfully that there wasn't something subconscious that made me think about what other people think of them. I had a very flat chest, and I feel beautiful with them. I feel sexier and shit. Like I really do. And I'm not going to say I did it for men. I definitely did it for me. But did me want it because I felt better for other people? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know the theory behind my own psyche that much. But that's the thing. If women feel enough pressure to get skinny and get lipo and wear all this shit and have a big ass and all that, you can feel bad about your dick.
But can you get penile implants?
Yes.
Really? And they work?
Yeah. It's a lot. It's expensive, but so is not going to DR.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I don't know. It's like there's something for everybody. And like, I just feel like there's a lot of ways that men have made women feel terrible about all things.
This mango.
And it's y'all turn to fucking feel bad. Fuck y'all.
Y'all can't do that. We need each other. And it's just like.
Are you closing your eyes because you was thinking about pussy when you ate it?
It's like this.
I bet you got no order. I don't think they can see you.
I don't know if that's. I'm supposed to be all up in the. I feel like when you do it right, you gotta be like.
Okay, first of all, yes, but also like you gotta slow down.
How? I'm trying to stay on the pussy.
Kiss around the pussy. You start with your tongue first.
So you just like.
Yes. Lick the pussy first. Stop making out with the pussy at first. You had your whole mouth on the fucking pussy. Give it a fucking second. You want us to just be slapping your shit wild in the beginning?
Well, this mango is really good. I've never met a pussy that tastes as good as this mango. Just to let you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather taste a pussy right now than that fucking mango in your hand. So.
All right. So I start off with this tongue. Do I?
Lick around the pussy too. I'm gonna pretend that the thing sticking out is the clit. So you lick around that first, right? Yeah. Also, something that feels really, really good is when you take your lips and you almost close them and you just like rub them up and down her pussy. Like how? Like
the clit?
Yeah. Yes. That's it. Oh, okay. Already nigga, you like you my period on, motherfucker. So sorry.
Yo.
Okay. But like you have to just tease a little more. And I think that the reason that maybe women want you to just fuck them is because you just going too ham. Yes, do that fucking teeth shit. Nah, I'm just playing. Don't do the teeth shit, but it looked like you was doing what I'm saying.
I'm done.
But that's the thing. You have to take a little more time with eating pussy. And the reason for that is because we need more of a buildup. Mm-hmm. Remember, like, we got to get wet. We need to be stimulated, I believe, a little bit more than men. And I only believe that because I've seen men get hard and be ready to fuck in a second, where women kind of need more time to relax. Mm-hmm. So if you take your time eating the pussy, they'll enjoy it more.
I'm busting this mango down, the fuck down after this.
Also, when you stick your fingers, if she wants you to do that when eating pussy, a good idea is when they're inside of her, pressing like downward, like kind of just pressing down and in, depending on where like the groove over that baseball mound thing I was saying was, that helps a lot. Like you just don't want to jam and go straight.
I usually go up. I get that sponge thing up there.
You can get the sponge thing up there, but down. A lot of niggas don't go down. That shit
never go down.
That shit feels good. Try that next time. Yeah, it just stimulates another area, and it kind of is like when you're fucking, your dick is going more down, and they love that feeling. So you kind of want to do that with your fingers too, and just press another area. Nigga, see, that's my time up from sucking dick on your podcast.
Listen, I really appreciate you coming.
Me too.
On the show.
I am so glad. I did not think you would bring that fruit out.
I did. And you can have the
your pussy fucking mango, your used pussy mango. Right. I'm good.
You can have the shit, that was Cuddy. I should have answered and put on the show.
She don't like sucking dick, my nigga. That shit's wild
but
to me.
She's really good at it, apparently.
Is she? I believe it.
Or so I've heard.
Well, no, because if you take a lot of fucking time and she maybe probably perfects her craft.
She doesn't like most of the sexual actions, but she's perfected them. All right, this is why she gets what she gets.
She told me on my show, I hate sucking dick, and I was like, dude, but like, it blew my mind. Yeah. She was like the guru of sex shit to me. Well, maybe now I'm thinking about it like fucking over niggas, really getting your money. Maybe it wasn't sucking dick. We've been misled the whole time. But shout out to Cuddy. Cuddy is so dope. I loved her book, and if you haven't read it, you guys should go read it. It was really good. I'm so glad to hear y'all still talk.
Oh, yeah, we made up. We had a huge argument.
God, that made me feel good.
We stopped talking for about 3 months, and then we had a huge argument. And we decided not to talk about it publicly until we do our show. So she'll be back on when she's ready.
Really?
And we'll probably either discuss it then or on our next live show. So we'll figure it out.
She's going to come back for a live show?
We'll figure it out.
That's so dope.
Just stay tuned to So Shameless.
Because, nigga, you ain't shit, so I understand it's hard.
Wait a minute. You guys have done what when I used to counsel Mandy and she used to counsel me, and we wanted the steps that you've made.
Thank you.
With your show to happen. You guys have joined LSN. You've met up with some of the biggest people in the podcast game, and you're doing visual, and y'all are moving. And I'm proud, man. I'm proud to see y'all do y'all thing. And
thank you.
So to all the people that don't listen or haven't listened, Whoreible Decisions, you can find it on SoundCloud, you can find it on iTunes, you can find them on YouTube as well, right?
Yeah, well, we used to have YouTube exclusive for patrons, so we give like a bonus episode a month. People are so dope. We have about 150 patrons, so people that pay like $5 a month to support us. Because we pay for our own shit, man. Like, dude, this fucking venue is 3 Gs. Me and Manny got to split 15-15 to get the fucking money up and hope we make it back. And luckily our shit sells out. But, like, we really do our own shit. Y'all want videos, so we had to put money towards that. So, like, that money we get every month from patrons, helps. That $800 goes towards that. To where we can do this.
How do people support your show? Patreon, what is it?
So, it's called Patreon. And it's a website where you can make a page, provide content, and people who pay for it can view it. A lot of porn stars use it, or a lot of like people that do anime, shit like that. People that do video game tutorials do it. So we started to do it. A friend of mine told me about it, and it works. We give people bonus episodes, and we used to give them only video on there, but now we've opened it up for YouTube because that's what Loudspeaker wants. But it's amazing, man. When we got on Vice, I'm like, I can't even talk about it. I don't understand
y'all got
how
on Vice. Y'all are moving.
When Charlemagne followed our shit on air, I was like shocked. And it's funny because when we were on Brilliant Idiots, it opened us to a new demographic, but they didn't have us on for the first 45 minutes, right? They just talked and did their thing. Right. And I feel like it's because they thought we would be whack. And then they barely...
were excited because Charlemagne had already met you, but he didn't realize he had already met you. And then he's like, wait, y'all are the girls that...
They were just like, oh yeah, we're going to have these girls in here. Like, I'm sure that's how they thought about it. And then the second it started, it probably was like, what? But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think people just underestimate what it is. And they probably just think we're hoes, which true.
Nah, I think that it's just sex, and y'all are just eloquent with it. There are other sex podcasts out there, and y'all are just doing y'all thing with the guests that y'all have, and y'all differing opinions, and you and her don't always get along, so y'all, there's a mix there.
It's funny, the Vice article says there's a sisterhood. And I've never used that word with Mandy. You know, we called ourselves best friends at one point. We're very frenemies. People use that word, but like they said, there's the difference between us and other sex podcasts is there's a sisterhood underlining. And now that I'm thinking about it more, I think the only thing sometimes her and I really have in common is, just like I said, our love of Black people and sex, and like wanting people to feel good about sex, like constantly. I listen to other sex podcasts, and I'll tell you about it when we turn it off.
But that means y'all don't
they'll
dick ride each other.
literally talk about it and shit on people for it, like ugh.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fucked up.
No, well, they're mirroring what the average, you guys have to realize that you guys aren't average. You guys are the exception, and you're just speaking from an understanding where you stand to everybody that doesn't get it. So the fact that they're like, that's really the average person, and you guys are opening doors for the average person to kind of understand why you shouldn't be so grossed out.
That's what feels so good about our show with like not having celebrities on, which is what I really like, because it makes it more real. Yeah. Like, I'm so excited to have a fucking normal person on there that talks about getting pissed on.
But I don't know if that's normal.
No. A normal person, like I'm sorry. Not a celeb. Yeah. Right? Like,
I'm just talking about getting pissed on. Is that really normal?
Dude, more people do it than we think. Think about it. Mandy pissed on a nigga. I have not.
Y'all are sexual, you know.
But she's normal. The girl's in school. She works 9 to 5.
Do you think that most people go to sex clubs?
No, but I think they'd be open to it if they wouldn't be so scared or about it in their head.
Scared. People are scared.
Think about, let's start with something basic. Scared. People feel like something basic is threesomes, right? Do you think a threesome is a big deal?
It depends on, it's parameter wise.
It's not a big deal.
It is.
But no, me, like, it's not. If you told me you had a threesome, I'd be like, oh, okay.
I know people who've been turned off, people who have broken up.
Right, but I'm saying it's more commonplace now, right? So, like, soon other shit will be too. Like, think about it. Eating the booty, eating ass. Yeah. Niggas would never really say that. Now that you're talking about eating ass and shit like that, everything is starting to open up more. It exists. Yes. And I just want people, especially Black people, to feel comfortable to do these things and us not call it white people shit. Some of it is, though.
All right. Tune in to Horrible Decisions, because obviously you and I could talk forever. Yeah, we can. You have to.
How long is this episode?
At least 2.5 right now.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna do my outro. I want you to know I super appreciate you coming. I was nervous. So I was doing so much research and trying to make sure. I just wanted to be dope.
By the way, y'all, Tahoe, I walked in and my literally got my period when I walked in here, and I was just gonna start, and he walked to go get me some fucking Vidal, and you tried to make me feel so comfortable, and I appreciate that.
That's what I do before I sodomize you.
He was like, you know what?
I fucking do.
I'm gonna make this bitch suck a fucking banana. Let me get the bottle.
Guys, hit me up. So Shameless Podcast. # So Shameless Podcast. At So Shameless Podcast on Twitter. Tahoe_TV on Instagram, Facebook, and Weezy. Weezy WTF
on Insta, yeah.
On Instagram.
We also have a really fun meme page, Whoreible_decisions. I'm sure you'll see it in the tagline, or hopefully you've heard of us before, but you will really enjoy it. We talk about a lot of new ideas, and if you are listening and you feel like some of this shit is not that crazy and you've done it before, write me and we can interview you if you're in New York.
Let's go.
Bye.
So Shameless.
That was a fun episode.
I just got a little outro. This is my outro for the show.
You do it every time?
No, I'm doing new things all the time.
Okay. Let him speak. I know I'm meek, but the mill's louder. Watch the throne, kings kill when the prince feels power. It's the real deal. Holy feel, holy shit, holy grail, silver spoon, coon, young buffoon. Yeah, they know me well. I'm making moves, couldn't lose, doing Parker Lewis. Hot on my own, self-emulate, I could be a Buddhist. Hot on my own, check your tone, check your stance, homie. You don't even like me, you just trying to get my fans, homie. So nerdy, but the flow wordy. Brain freezing with the flow slurpy. Ice cold, but you know I burn cash like I had herpes. Not true, but I'm that dirty. Niggas quit being hot, man, cold turkey. While I'm out in Kauai, man, soul searching. And these niggas be afraid, and I'm so certain. Cause they don't know what to do when the world's broken. A lot of people try and go and talk shit, but your girl stopped me on the street like it's stopping frisking. A bunch of deep dots wanna talk a lot of shit, but that's cool cause in the real world they really don't exist. It's all because the internet. Chance made millions, Haim made millions, Dan made millions, Kendrick made millions. I would too if I wasn't in my feelings. You know, cause like people say money's not everything, but money, you need money to do what you want to do. Like money is power, honesty is power, truth is power. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, they be telling you like, you know, there ain't nothing more important than the moolah. We ain't really eating, boy. You gotta get your food up. We so steady eating, baby. You already know that. The way I'm dropping new shit, I'm sitting on the toilet. Every night I told that moment. But we don't take pictures when you're rich. You just see it again. The only thing they really worry about is me in the pen. Wrote some shit on Instagram. I'm just being honest. They tried to give your boy pills like I'm being violent. They tried to give your boy pills just to keep him silent. Keep telling people the truth, you could be iconic. They tried to give your boy pills like you're scaring us. Tried to stay inside, I don't really like appearances. I tried to stay inside, but they still got something to say. Are you still on the show? Are you dating Janae? It's deeper than that. Calico inside the handbag, I'm keeping the cat. I got some niggas in reserve like I'm deep in the rack. And I'm deep in the rap, and it's deeper than rap. This is deeper than rap.
Deeper than rap, yo.
Yo, let the beat play until that cake part comes out. I like that part. I like that.